Oh, I forgot about Sonny's music. We got new music from Sonny. Great. Check. How's your cans there, Jeff?
I got a couple of good ones.
Yeah, you do. How's your mic level there, buddy?
Check. I mean, you could put me a hair louder.
Okay.
Check. Yeah. Paul is in there. Tighter Raider B. Al. Lee B.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're filming.
Okay, this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one, huh? How's your levels there, Mike?
I'm good to go.
Okay.
Mojo's in there. Michelle Sweat, Paul Lencho, Lee B, Anthony Carver, Seattle Nick, Zach Brewer, Lala Maloso, Tighter Raider. My gosh.
Everybody's in there.
B. Al.
Well, who else would you be?
I don't know. Kill Jadis.
Kiliatis.
Hey, Mojo, you got to check out my shirt, man, once we get going here.
Oh, nice.
Hey, don't be saying that to him.
What?
Get all weird and stuff.
Hey, Mojo, you got to check out my shirt, man, once we get going here.
Oh,
What
nice.
just happened?
I just hit a loop because I opened up YouTube.
Man, Sonny outdid himself on
I
this
know,
one.
isn't this
one
good?
is
Cool.
badass. Good job, son. I just hit the dislike for you, buddy.
Raider Ramon's in there.
What's up, Ramon?
What's up, buddy?
Let's effing go for sure, my friend. Hope you're feeling good, man. Keep on that road to recovery. All right, here we go. Episode number 228. Raiders Fan Radio. Let's get going.
Jackpot, baby. Raiders Fan Radio.
Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever. You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murph's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, select the top, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, time running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
You are listening live to Raiders Fan Radio, hosted by Murph, Uncle Mosh, and Swag Jeff. Take it away, guys.
Why, thank you, Brent Musburger, and welcome to this episode number 228 of Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate everybody joining us live tonight. What is up, Raider Nation? We are here live in Murph's Fan Cave, getting ready to talk about the Raiders and that amazing victory that the Raiders had, of course, on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. And then we're also going to talk about the upcoming game against the Washington football team. What's up, chat room? Hey, let me know if our levels are okay. I got a funky reading going on over here. Let me know if you guys can hear us okay. If you can't, then I can adjust on the fly. But just let me know that you can hear us good. And I appreciate everybody that's joining us in the chat tonight. That's, of course, on the YouTube at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. each and every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Paul is in there. Kiljadis is in there. Sean Johnson, Raider 78, Lee B. The Heat Freak is in there. Tyrone Graves, Jason Thomas, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Michelle Sweat, Silver and Blacksmith, Anthony Carver, Seattle Nick. Man, we got so many good folks in there, and appreciate you joining us. What's up, Ramon? Ramon says we sound good. Jason Thomas says we sound good. All right. Lee B says Mojo approves of my shirt for sure. Heck yeah, man! I'm wearing a When the Universe Speaks shirt. That's my second favorite podcast. So check those guys out. That's, of course, our buddy Mojo and his buddies, the Big Gringo and Rooster Boy. And if you like irreverent, funny ass podcasts, check out When the Universe Speaks. We love those guys. All right, so but we're here to do a little Raiders fan radio. Again, thank you for listening in. If you're listening via the Fansided or Just Blog Baby website and you like what you hear, you can download this show on any podcast service. All you got to do is search for Raiders Fan Radio, and you'll find us. And we just ask that you like it, you subscribe it, you rate it, review it, all that good stuff. Helps the algorithm and helps increase the exposure our show gets. And the more exposure we get, the more money we get. And we take that money and give it to the One Nation Foundation, which is our nonprofit. So thank you to all of you that are supporting us in that way. All right, I mentioned this is episode number 228. And thankfully, I'm not doing this show alone tonight. I did a podcast selfie last week, but tonight we got a full house. We got a 3-man booth. So first off, let me welcome the man that adorns the Western Annex of the Murph's Fan Cave desk. He is the one and only, the legendary Uncle Mosh.
Where's the contact info? Oh, there it is.
What are you talking about, Mosh?
Talking about what an idiot you are. All right, here we go. I got a complaint.
Okay, let's file it to the department.
I'm going to complain to the NFL.
Okay.
When did we play the Cowboys?
Thanksgiving night.
Which was when?
Thursday.
And then who do we play on Sunday?
The Washington football team.
Okay. And when do the Cowboys play again?
When? Like Monday night or something?
No, Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, they're a Thursday night. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What, they got some kind of special deal worked out? Huh? When was the last time, the chat room will know, when was the last time that a team played back-to-back Thursdays? That's boosta. It's boosta. It's stuff I don't like.
It's a good point.
You know?
That's a good point, Mosh. I hadn't thought about that.
I'm telling you, I don't...
There's a lot of home cooking going on for Jerry.
You think?
Yeah. And by the way, Jerry Jones, shut your ass up.
Seriously,
Mr.
come on.
Oh, I call it throw-up ball. That's where you just throw the ball up there and you just get all these penalties. But if any team that ever complains about getting flags in a Raider game,
come on.
F you. Sorry. Forever. You don't get to go there with us. No way.
Yeah,
ever. But I appreciate you being here, Uncle Mosh.
So, it's good to be back. Good to be back. So I'm glad you don't have the vid.
No, I don't. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Shout out, or not shout out, well wishes to Trent Sig, though. Let me go to the fan cave camera. Our best buddy, Trent Sig, as you see there, number 47 there over Swag's shoulder.
Right.
He's in COVID protocol. So so we wish him best of health and hopefully gets through that thing super quick and gets back at it. But yeah, so we had a little contact trace thing going on is one of the reasons why I was riding solo
So
last
you know
week.
what I think?
Yeah.
You want to... Hey, Swaggy, we're going to get to you in a minute, but you know what I think?
I was just saying we probably should introduce Jeff at some point.
Okay, go ahead.
But
Do what you need
I
to
don't
do.
want to steal his thunder, but this is what I think. This dawned on me today.
All right.
I don't think there was a COVID 1 through 18.
Really?
I don't think so. Now, the chat room will correct me if I'm wrong, but COVID-19 was for the year 2019. Yeah. It wasn't that there was a COVID 1 through 18 and the 19 was just an ass kicker.
Yeah, no, it was the year.
It was the year.
Yeah.
And I got this huge fight with that future ex-wife of mine this morning. And I'm like, come on, I'm right on this.
No, you're right on that.
I know. Yeah. Okay.
Well, can't you say the
Swaggy J?
Hey, the third man in the booth. Welcome, Swag Jeff.
Yeah. Well, couldn't you say the same thing about Preparation H?
That there wasn't a
there wasn't an A through G?
But the difference is that there was a WD 1 through 39.
Oh, well,
that
there you
WD
go.
Was it really?
Yeah, there really was. That was the 40th incantation of that.
Wow. Was there 56 Heinzes?
Oh. I don't know. There might have been.
There was 6.
No, because there's 57 ingredients in that.
Oh, okay. There was 6 Jack Daniels. I know that for sure because I've taken the tour like 18 times.
Yeah.
There were 6 Jacks, and then now you're on old number 7.
There you go.
Yeah. See what you can learn around here?
That short little bastard, he died from kicking his safe.
Yeah.
He got gangrene in his toes, and it got in his blood system and killed him. He was so pissed off that he couldn't get into his money.
Yeah. Like he needed more of it.
Yeah. Moving right along at the top of the show, introduce Swaggy.
Did you know that in
Raiders Fan Radio.
Lynchburg, Tennessee, where Jack Daniels is made, is a dry county. You can't buy a drink. Can only buy commemorative bottles at the Jack Daniels distillery. We know this because it's like 30 minutes from here. Anyway, hi, Jeff.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh,
Hang
my
on
gosh.
a second. Hey, Swaggy.
I'm so good. Hey, how about them Cowboys?
Come on. Let's go, dude.
Let's go,
Dude,
man.
How much fun. Okay, so Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
So we did our little thing here. You guys did your thing. Then you and Chris and your 2 amazing kids came over, hung out with me and Vinny, and we watched that game together. How freaking fun was that day, dude?
It was the best. It was the best. I mean, I've been a part of this show this is my 3rd season with the Raiders, and we had never watched a game together.
Until the Chiefs game.
Well, exactly.
On TV.
On TV.
We've gone to games
together.
Right.
We've never sat down and watched a game until the Chiefs Monday night game, and I've done it twice so far this year.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
And we had the whole crew, man.
Yeah.
Had the
we
whole
ate
Jeff crew.
Ate a bunch of pie and drank a bunch of Modelo's and stuff, man. It was perfect.
It was fun, man. What an exciting game, man. That was just such a great night, man. And hope you all.
It was crazy.
It was nice to, especially after the Chiefs game, it was nice to have another event, type game to where the Raiders freaking balled out. Like that was a nice, really refreshing game there and victory there for the Raiders. So that was awesome. And let's hear from you, chat room. Want to hear about your experiences too on Thanksgiving. And I know so many of our callers and emailers tonight have some really cool stories. So I mentioned at the top of the show that this is episode number 228. And one of the things that Swag Jeff does so amazingly every week is takes our episode number and ties it back to something significant within Raider Nation. So, Swaggo, who do we got this week?
Absolutely. So, episode 228, it's a career stat.
Ooh,
we love career stats around here, and we're going to be highlighting number 30, Mark Van Eeghen.
Come on.
Absolutely. 112 games in silver and black, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Mark Van Eeghen rushed 1,475 times for 5,907 yards and 35 touchdowns. He also made an impact through the air, adding 162 receptions for 1,467 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's 38 touchdowns that he scored. We don't like math, but we like numbers. But here's a little math for you. 38 touchdowns at 6 points apiece. Mark Van Eeghen scored 228 points as a Raider.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
man.
Let's hear from one of his teammates.
Nice.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than 6th-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
Linebacker, number 41, Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
Good job on that, Swaggy J.
I know, right?
Where's the contact info, Mosh? Where'd you put the damn button?
If it was in your ass, you'd know where it was. Ooh, hey,
But you wouldn't.
Thank goodness.
Here with an updated contact info. So sit up, zip up, shut up, and pay attention. You can call us at 909-345-3346, or as Murph would say it, 909-345-3346. How about emailing me? You want to email me? You want to email me? Show at RaidersFanRadio.com. Or what about reaching out to us on some of that social media stuff Swaggy likes? Try Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. The Twit at Twitter at Raiders Fan Radio. Insta something. Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. The
Ticky-tacky-tock.
TikTok at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about the Twitch? Some of you out there twitching. Anyway, Twitch at Raiders Fan Radio. Or if you don't like that, go to the YouTube. America, go to the YouTube. YouTube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Oh my God, if that wasn't enough, If that wasn't enough, go to your podcast provider and search Raiders Fan Radio. What Aaron said. Holy crap, that was a lot.
Oh, nice. That's funny.
Good.
Oh, nice one, boys. Good one. Hey, so Jason, and shout out the chat here in a sec, Jeff. Jason Thomas in the chat says that I must have borrowed my wife's shirt because it's a little tight on me. First off, I'm not married. And second of all, take it up with Mojo in the wardrobe department, man. I ordered the same size I always order, man. I can't do anything about the sizing, but I wanted to rep when a universe speaks. All right.
Well, it was just Thanksgiving, man.
I know, right? I'm feeling a little fluffy over here. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Kill Jadis is in there. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Jason Thomas. Tyrone Graves, who just jumped in with a $5 donation, says the nation showed up thick by the thousands in Dallas. It was awesome making their hallways echo with Raiders.
We should have had him on the show tonight.
Well, him and Aaron went to the game together.
Oh, man. We should have had them both on.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin says I can see Murph's nips.
I can see Murph's nips.
You know what, Kevin?
I'm excited for the show, Kevin.
Why you looking, Kevin, you weirdo?
Yeah, Kevin. Jeez.
Is that
we gotta start taping them down now, or
some
what?
kind of a weird Mandalorian thing?
That's amazing. I'll stretch it out when I'm off camera. Okay. I get the fat guy stretch going on over here.
I'll show you.
You meant your nipples.
I'm not going to stretch my nipples.
Is that the one Jeff tried to pull off last week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You guys are out of control. Look, my glasses fog up already,
Silver
man.
and Black wants to know, are you cold, Murph?
No. Actually, it is kind of cold in here.
because Jeff's got a sweatshirt and I've got a coat on.
And I'm over here with the nipples.
You know it's cold when Mosh has got a coat
And
on.
you're over there cutting glass with your titties.
You're killing me. Tell me about Rich Smelter while I clean up.
Rich Smelter's flashback,
Episode
gosh. 17, Dawn of the Raiders, Monday Night Dominance, is amazing. It's going to drop tonight right before this drops. The last one I listened to was 11 Angry Men, and it was phenomenal.
Yes.
And it was names that I'd forgot about. It's names I hadn't heard in years, and it was just, it was so good. And again, it's like your big brother telling you a story. It's so good. If you're missing it, you need to check it out. It's Rich Smelter's flashbacks, and the 17th episode will drop tonight.
That's absolutely right. Appreciate that, Mosh. All right, so here at the top of the show, we don't do props, we don't do shout-outs. Nothing wrong with those things, but we like to give respect. And so we're going to start off. We got a handful of folks to give respect to tonight. First off, I want to give respect to the Raiders punter, AJ Cole.
Yeah.
Good friend of the show.
That's my dude, man.
We met him back in 2019 at the Bolitnikoff Foundation dinner. Super nice guy.
He's 8'7".
He looked down. He looked down on you for like 14 minutes. You guys were just like your eyes were meeting.
Yeah, you kind of shared a moment with AJ, didn't you, Jeff?
Well, yeah, we both wear the number 6.
Well, and see, this was before AJ was AJ. This is before
before the luscious locks,
the long hair, the big hit, the booming punts.
Yep.
Like he was a young, up and coming player at the time. And so anyways, AJ's the man. So speaking of all that stuff, so this is pretty funny. So this actually is going to go back a week when these sound bites came out. But my gosh, he is so freaking funny, this guy, AJ Cole. And he actually cut a promo for us for the show and the whole 9 yards. But listen to this. Listen to these comments. This is so good. So I want to give much respect to AJ Cole, not only for the hair, not only for the big hits, but the idea that he can maybe even take Trent Sig in a street fight.
Really use this opportunity with the hit to kind of talk smack to some of your friends and just be like, what, punters are athletic too. They can do something.
Yes, I think that's an excellent question. I think I got more credibility from that hit than any other play in my entire career. And it was funny too. So I'm having these constant 2 arguments with Daniel and with Trent, kicker and snapper. So my argument with Daniel is if me and Daniel got in a street fight, who's winning in a fight? He thinks it's him, he's wrong. And so I feel like I put some credibility onto that. And then the other argument that I constantly have with Trent's bigger than me, he's stronger than me. If we fought straight up, he would win. But if we went into a wrestling competition, me and Trent, he had no thumbs. who would win. That's when we're getting into a lot. So I feel like, and I always am asking guys on the team, like, who do you think would win in a wrestling match, me or Trent with no thumbs? So I feel like I got a little bit of credibility in those arguments, which is going to be big for the next couple of weeks.
If you're going to fight other special teams units around the league, though, you guys would have a pretty good team, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, like Anchorman style. Like if we all met up in a park, yeah, we would. I think we'd have one of the stronger units. I mean, Daniel's massive for a kicker, so yeah, I think we'd have a really strong chance in like a all-out special teams brawl game.
Can Derek get his hair to your level, or is he going to give up before it gets that?
I personally think he's going to give up still, but I'm so proud of him each and every day. Every day I see him and his hair's just like an eighth of an inch longer. It just fires me up.
It doesn't grow an eighth of an inch overnight.
I think it looks really strong. He's like almost through the awkward stage where it's just going to be coming great out the helmet. So I'm really fired up that he's stuck with it this long, and I think he should keep it going.
Oh my gosh, he's the best,
That's
right?
so cool,
I had no
man.
idea he had. I mean, we not name dropping here, but we got a chance to talk to the guy. I didn't know he was this funny though.
No, we just kind of, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Blah blah blah. Let's take a picture, and there you go. But yeah, no, the dude's freaking hilarious.
It's pretty funny, man. So Mosh, what do you think? You think now when we're Trent Sig fans? I mean, you think that AJ could take Trent with no thumbs?
Well,
you're a wrestling coach.
Here's the thing. I taught my guys, use your thumbs. Use everything. Use the bones in your forearm. Use your elbows. Use your whatever. Thumbs were great for checking oil. So
So AJ's at least safe from that.
So AJ's safe from that. But he is a punter.
Oh my gosh. All right, good stuff from AJ Cole, man. Appreciate him and much respect to AJ Cole. All right, next up. So we got I want to give much respect to our buddy of our show. We've talked about him before. It's been a minute, but I want to respect Dan Kloor. Mosh, tell the folks who Dan Kloor is.
So Dan Kloor is the CEO and founder of American Warrior Festival. They have a thing called Strength in Numbers Entertainment. And they're one of my favorite groups. It's kind of like a Wounded Warriors kind of thing. Everything that they raise, they funnel back in to vets. And he's got a band. You're going to talk about that in a second. But I mean, you got to check him out. You can check him out on the YouTubes. I'm not sure exactly
Weapon X Band is the name.
Weapon X Band.
Yes, and then you can also go to it's the Strength in Numbers Entertainment website. And what's the other one?
It's called American Warrior Festival.
American Warrior Festival. So what he does is that basically he has different vets get together and they play music, and it's a big festival and they raise money, and it's an amazing cause. Dan, of course, you're not a former Marine. He's just not an active Marine, right? That's what my dad used to tell me. You never stop being a Marine. But anyway, so much respect to Dan. So I'm going to play you Dan's new song. So this thing is called Ride or Die, and it's freaking amazing. This thing is so fun. Dan was so kind to send us the song and offered for us to be able to play it on the show.
So cool.
So happy to bring you this. Check this out. Much respect. Go out there and support Dan Kloor and dig this, Raider Nation. It's called Ride or Die.
Sailing the seas in silence, the silver and black.
right, there it is, Dan Kloor. We appreciate Weapon X Band. Go out there and support them.
Hi, this is AJ Cole from the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Just win, baby.
And now in this corner, without his thumbs.
Nice.
This is Trent Sig, and you're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with Murph, Swag Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Just win, baby.
All right, we appreciate you, Raider Nation, checking us out here live on Raiders Fan Radio, episode 228. Hit the thumbs up, smash the bells, the kids say. Do us a favor and support the show best you can. Anyway, whether it's just participating or of course, any of the amazing donations, amazing super chats. I know we got some super chats coming in. Have you been tracking those at all, Jeff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you please shout those out, give some respect there?
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, $8. Kevin the Raider Nerd, $10. Tyrone Graves, $5. And Pineapple just donated $5 as well.
Awesome, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
And so Pineapple says, best Thanksgiving in a long time. Madden's 6-legged turkey would have been better after the game. Yeah, absolutely. It's so that was pretty cool seeing Daniel Carlson.
Man!
Originally, it was going to go to Derek. So they're eating the turkey leg after the game's over on the post game review interview. There, it was going to go to Derek, but he's like, no. Carlson, that's the guy. And Carlson comes out wearing a cowboy hat.
It's perfect.
And freaking it rips into the turkey leg. I thought that was fantastic. That was great. Our special teams is legit, man. And we're going to talk about some stats here a little later on. But the accomplishments of these guys. So Trent Sig is the long snapper, and then Daniel Carlson. And well, you know what the heck, man? Let's just do it right now. Because we're going to get into talking about this game anyways.
Okay.
But let me find my notes here. So so this is so cool, man. There are, where's the damn notes at? See, this is what happens when you try to do stuff on the fly. All right. These guys are kicking ass. So Daniel Carlson, Trent Sig, and AJ Cole are the new version of Sebastian Janikowski, Shane Leckler, and John Condon.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We've kind of said that, felt like it was going that way for a minute. Well, now the numbers are starting to reflect it. Listen to this, guys. So after this last game, Daniel Carlson is 3 50-yard field goals away from tying Sebastian Janikowski for most ever in a Raiders season.
No kidding.
With 7. That's very realistic.
Wow.
That'll be one of the first big records for Janikowski to go down, taken out by Daniel Carlson. AJ Cole right now leads the NFL with 51.2 yards per punt. That is slightly better than Shane Leckler's best season of 51.1 yards per punt. And Leckler led the league 5 times in his NFL career. Now we're like, not only are we just like visually comparing, now these guys as a unit, and Trent is the common theme there because he's the one snapping the ball every single time. These guys are putting up the numbers, man.
Yeah.
They're legit. All 3 of them should be in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
And if they're not, it's BS. Like all 3 of those of our special teams unit needs to be in the Pro Bowl. They're doing amazing. And while we're on the subject of player accomplishments, it's a team game, but we want to celebrate when we have individual players doing well. How about Denzel Perryman, 2nd in the league in tackles? Was leading until Bobby Wagner played on Monday night. Now Wagner has 128 tackles to Perryman's 121. This was like when they signed Perryman, we were like,
there was times we didn't say a lot of good things about him on this.
No, we thought he was going to be a depth guy.
Yeah, we were like,
we thought he was going to be the Will Compton. That's the depth guy, the cagey veteran, like that kind of thing. But now, 2nd in the league in tackles, balling out.
Shoo.
Let's celebrate the guys sacking a quarterback. So Max Crosby, selected number 106 overall, has played 37 games and has 22 sacks in his career.
So awesome.
Compared to Nick Bosa, who was selected number 2 overall, has only played in 29 games and has 2 less sacks. Give me Max Crosby all day long.
10 out of 10 times.
But who's celebrated in national media? Joey freaking Bosa all the time.
Right.
So speaking of sacks, so this is great, man. Now, I know our defense has given up, I think we're 30th ranked in the league in terms of points allowed per game. but we're creating. We're even in our turnover ratio. We're completely even, and we're getting to the quarterback. We're being disruptive, and it's led to success on defense. And of course, Yannick Ngakoue is leading the charge there. 8 sacks for Yannick Ngakoue, 5 for Max Crosby. So legit there. You guys want to take any guesses? I got the top 9, but do you want to take just who else might be on that list? So, because those are the 2 obvious guys, right, that are being disruptive. Who else you think?
From any other teams?
No, from the Raiders.
From the Raiders?
Our sack leaders.
Oh, Nassib.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Nassib.
Carl Nassib is 5. So he's got 1.5. There are 2 guys ahead of him, and they're both on the interior line.
Solomon Thomas and Quentin Jefferson.
Bingo.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. With 3 and 3.5 there. Yeah. So pretty cool there, right?
That's great.
You know what I mean? So great stuff there from the Raiders. Are starting to show up on the stat sheet. And another guy that is now showing up on the stat sheet, thankfully, and had, I thought, an incredible game on Thanksgiving. And we kind of called him out the last couple of weeks. It really had kind of disappeared from his effectiveness on the offense. And we were talking about Josh Jacobs. We're talking about, and he had a baller game on Thursday.
Yep.
So his press conference, I got some highlights from him. And not only does he reference back to, of course, his amazing game, but talks about the effectiveness of Deshaun Jackson on the field, and then talks about A.J. Cole, and then, of course, head coach Rich Bisaccia.
What kind of spark does Deshaun Jackson give you guys?
I mean, you got to see it for yourself, man. That dude is electric. It's crazy, man. I had talked to them after the game last week, and I had told him, I'm like, man, we got to find a way to get this dude the ball. And just to see him come in and make big play after big play is definitely major.
You ever seen a 35-year-old run that fast?
Shit, I didn't know he was 35. Yeah, and he looks so effortless, too. I'm like, bro, he used to be gliding, so that's crazy.
Did you grow up a Cowboy fan growing up in Oklahoma?
Nah, hell nah, no. I actually didn't like him just because everybody in Oklahoma just about liked him. You know what I'm saying? So I was one of them, like, wasn't a big fan of him. So, yeah, my people don't really like him. My people are Vikings fans, so, yeah.
What did you feel like on the field there?
I mean, it was huge. Yeah, it was huge. I had 20 people here. So, I mean, just to see all my family after the game and knowing they came out and support me and just that atmosphere. I haven't been in this stadium since my freshman year of college. So, man, it was definitely a big booster for me.
What did it feel like for you to go over 20 carries for the first time this season? And
Yeah.
it looked like you were just getting better and better as the game went on.
I mean, as a running back, most running backs, that's how it goes, though. You know what I'm saying? You start off kind of slow, start wearing on the defense, and towards the end of the game, you start getting big ones. My body feels great. Came out that one real clean, so I kind of locked up in the game a couple of times, but besides that, I feel good.
Coach Bisaccia said he doesn't judge you guys by wins and losses, only by the effort. He's been proud of you guys
Yeah.
the last month. What's it been like living with him the last month and kind of the approach he's taken the last month?
Man, one thing I can say about Bisaccia is that he has the team's attention. He has full control of the room. A lot of the guys before he even became the head coach he was like one of the favorite coaches. You know what I'm saying? He just has everybody's respect. So when he talks, a lot of people listen to him, and a lot of people believe in the words that he says. So just to see him come out and still believing in us and telling us, like, you know, getting us going, getting us rowdy, keeping us on pace when we need to be, is definitely huge for our team.
You called Daniel a sniper.
Yeah.
A 56-yard field goal, which is no gimme at all. And then having to kind of survive some timeouts and drama there. A lot of confidence on him.
If you would have seen me on the sideline, I was like sniper. I was pointing to the thing, everything. I'm like, yeah, I already knew what was gonna go on. I knew they was gonna try to ice him. But when I seen him talk to AJ, he looked at AJ and they both did like this. I said, oh yeah, it's going in.
How big is AJ? I mean, with his punting and everything he does, I mean, he's a weapon.
I don't think he gets enough credit, honestly. His punting, man, dude's been amazing. Like today, he kicked some bombs. I mean, and that's huge for us because that could change the momentum of the game. So AJ is he's one of them dudes that come in. He's real chill. He'll talk to everybody, and he works too. So, yeah, big props to him too. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Good stuff there from Jacob. We don't hear a lot from Josh Jacob.
And he's
funny as crap.
He does a really good interview too.
He does a great interview,
Yeah.
man. It's so funny. And so, he talks at the top there about that, about Deshaun Jackson. Like, he's like, shit, I know he's that fast. I know he's 35.
Yeah.
So talk about that, Jeff, about that opening drive, that play to Deshaun Jackson. Like, how did you feel in that moment? What did that, like, tell me about the importance of something like that.
I mean, you got to set the tone early. I mean, we've seen how not to do that in the last couple weeks, where you get that big play in the who'd we lose to? The Giants?
Well, yeah, or Cincinnati, or what does that mean?
The Cincinnati.
Oh,
game,
on the fumble,
and then
didn't score. Yeah.
Settle for 3. It was one of those things where right out of the gate, you're like, okay, this might be a crappy game. Man. This is gonna suck. But I mean, you set the tone early like that, and and hearing Josh talk and all that, and it sounds like he's kind of got his confidence back up a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
He's getting healthy and stuff, but. My thought is, and we might touch on this again a little later, but I'm just going to say it. I think that the team, I don't know if it was the coaches and the GM or if it was just the captains, I think they had a come to Jesus meeting. I think they did, because a lot of these guys that we have bitched about for the last few weeks, Abram, where the hell is Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr not playing to his potential and stuff like that.
Even after the E to the R to the R to E to the L.
Oh, yeah.
Right, exactly. But we complained about all those people for the last several weeks, and some people all season long, really.
Right.
These people came out to play, and they played well.
I agree. And now I want to throw something to you, Mosh. It's, and you pushed back on me a little bit on this, but I'm stuck to my guns on it, and I still do that about when you look at, like, and I'm going to use Derek as the example because he's the most obvious, because he's the leader of our team and our quarterback. But I think that the emotion that he went through when the Ruggs incident happened, clearly it happened with Josh Jacobs too. That was his teammate at Alabama. Like, guys have probably known each other forever. Like, so, through the recruiting process and all that kind of stuff. So I think that, yes, that there was a mental hurdle that got crossed, that visually the game looked different. We saw Derek playing with an incredible amount of passion and emotion that, frankly, we hadn't seen in a few weeks, or at least 2 weeks anyways. And it was the eye test was way different. And so I want to float it out there again to you, Mosh. Like, did you feel that? When you were watching, did you feel like there was like to Jeff's point, as a former coach yourself, was there some other encouragement, some other conversations? Was there a threshold that was finally crossed after the last 3 weeks?
So you can't. We as and I'm going to call us casual observers just because I like that phrase, but we as casual observers, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on in the locker room. We don't know how these things are affecting people. All we're doing is speculating. And what I can speculate on is that the team that played on Thursday was a lot different than the team that had played the 3 weeks prior. Okay? Whether they had, as to quote my buddy Swaggy J, a come to Jesus meeting, or they got over their mental hurdles, as you would like to think, who knows? But all I know is whatever they did worked. And if Jacobs, what he is saying is that Bisaccia is leading these guys in a way that everybody's listening, then they listened and in their prep for Sunday, and they saw the results, and we'll see the results when we smack the crap out of the Washington football team this Sunday.
And to kind of just piggyback a little bit off of what you said there, I think with Derek, and I've seen a little bit, I don't know what happened and I don't know what meetings were or whatever, but everyone did come out to play. But I think with Derek, and I've kind of learned a little bit this season, and I mean, especially this losing skid that we've kind of been on, and to get back on the right track, we got to start quick. We got to start, and we got to have some electric play, and that's why Derek misses Henry Ruggs, is because it seemed like those first few weeks of the season, first drive, he hits a bomb for 50 yards, whether it goes for 6 or whether it doesn't. I mean, just a big electric play that kind of gets him riled up. And then, Derek does his little dance that I'm sure all 31 other teams hate, where he does just his little first down point or whatever, but he needs to get pumped up right away. And we saw that happen on Thanksgiving, and he never turned back.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And that's the kind of stuff that when you see Derek, and I would hope that we see consistency in that, and that he starts doing that week in, week out, regardless of, yes, obviously those early plays are going to fire him up, but just to see that, no matter, like, you want to see him doing that bear thing that he does where he's like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like all that stuff, like that's the Derek Carr that we love. And I think, and I'm going to throw it back to you, Mosh, too, because I wanted to hear from you after last week, because one of the things that I brought up on last week's show during the selfie was that when people, whether it's Derek or anything else when it comes to the Raiders in recent history, and especially even this year, that it's so polarizing, the opinions, and both are right. Like, how do you feel about, because we see the Raiders do these amazing things on game day sometimes, and then we see them go completely the opposite direction. Like when you were to take a cut up of this game versus Kansas City, it's like two different teams playing. It's not even close.
So somebody's going to go back, whether it's one of our people or Paul, who has a lot of time on his hands. They're going to go back and they're going to look at this year's NFL. And they're going to see that the parity of teams and the way, something that the NFL has been trying to do for half a century.
Point. Yeah.
They've been trying to equal the playing fields where you don't have the dominant teams like we've experienced and we have been. What we've always said is the reason we play the game is because any team can beat any team on any given day. And that's what the NFL is trying to do, much to the chagrin of the bookmakers. But seriously, there's been a lot of money. I'll bet there's been more money lost this year than in any year past. And this is finally, the NFL's finally getting to where it could be literally any team. You don't have those giant leads where by the middle of the season, somebody's a lock for winning their division or whatever.
Right.
You have
it's the 07 Patriots running away with it, or the Niners or whatever.
So many more teams that are playing the game to play the game, and sometimes to quote everybody in our chat room, we shit the bed, but that we also can come out there and play like we're balling out like nobody's business. Who knows? If we could bottle that.
Right.
We could make billions of dollars.
Well, it's an excellent point, and it's something I hadn't thought about going into this. But you're right. The parity in the NFL right now is practically unmatched, and I don't have everybody's division. I do know that this is the first time in however long, and I don't have the stat in front of me, so bear with me. Somebody in the chat room, call it out if you know the exact number. But it's like this is the first time that there's been this many teams in contention that are within like one or two games like that. Like there's so, and when you look at our division, and I do have this is that here are the times that divisions have had all four teams above 500 after week 12 since they started the 8 division format in 2012. It's only happened 4 times, and it's the 2021 AFC West, the 2014 AFC North, the 2008 AFC East, and the 2008 NFC South. It's only happened 4 times since 2002 that's happened. So they're just within our division alone, to Mosh's point, we have the ultimate freaking parity. And that's why these games now, coming down the stretch, this next Kansas City game, dude, in December,
gonna mean a lot.
Huge, right?
And Kevin likes to throw in stuff all the time just to wind me up. And he says the Raiders are consistently inconsistent. It ain't different till it's different. You know what? Sorry, if there were 31 other podcasts, then they would all be saying the same damn thing about their teams. Look.
Well, that's your point. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
That's
I agree.
my point.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah. Okay. So we're tied for second and last. We were. 3 weeks ago we were tied for first. But I'm saying it can still go. The very opening week of the season, I said we were going to go 10-7.
That's what you called. Yeah.
And I said we were going to make the playoffs.
Yes, you did.
That was long before we ever knew about a coin flipper.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
I'm glad you brought it up. Let's go ahead and jump into that too. I'll tell you, let's just do it. I've got some other sound bites too, but okay.
And no, I don't have extra teeth, Raider Ramon. What the hell does that mean? He goes, hey, real quick, does Uncle Mosh have extra bottom teeth?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I've got 4 rows.
Yeah, you're like a shark. They just turn over.
It's good for the better to eat donuts with.
All right, so this is cool, man. So I brought it up last week, and now it's literally becoming the talk of sports landscape.
Yes.
It's out there. It's all over the place. So I read it today about it again on CBSSports.com, who Jeff has sworn off. He can't
F
stand
those
him.
guys.
F those guys. But it's it's in national media now. So this is Reddit user not at, whatever you say about a Reddit user. Pong is lame, okay? I didn't give him credit last week, and I'm going to give him credit now. So there's the coin. So this guy took a coin, and he flipped it for each Raider game throughout the course of the season, or throughout the course of the schedule, and came out with the exact order and result that the actual Raiders have posted through 11 weeks. So the coin is 11-0 right now. The coin has us going 10-7 and making the playoffs if it continues all the rest of the way through. I looked up the odds. You guys want to take a guess at what the odds are of this actually happening? Only to 11, let alone the rest of the way.
It's got to be in the billions.
Well, I didn't look at it's a percent. I got the percentage, the percentage of chance that this could actually.
Can we bet on it somewhere?
I know, right? Yeah, want to take a shot at a number? What percentage would you think?
Like a 1,000th of a percent or something like that.
It's 0.05.
No kidding.
0.05. So what is that? 500ths of a percent?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Wow.
So this is fun, man. So anyway, trust the coin, Raider Nation. Hashtag the heck out of that thing.
Yep.
And let's freaking go, because it's got us beating the Washington football team, then losing to the Chiefs, but then rattling off 3 straight against the Browns, the Broncos, and the Colts. We'll take that. I know a loss at Arrowhead would suck, especially when we're talking about how tight this division is. But, hey, give us 4 out of 5, or actually, it'd be 5 out of 7, right? No. 1, 2. I can count.
You doing math again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd be 5 out of 6. I don't do math, but I love numbers.
Isn't it crazy to possibly think, too, that with as close as this division is, 10-7 might actually win our division?
It is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and especially since we play the Chargers on the last game. Mosh and I are going. Yes?
Oh.
Thank you, Trinidad. We're going to be there in freaking Allegiant Stadium.
Yep.
Last game of the season. Raiders-Chargers, probably for the freaking division.
Yep.
That is insane, man. Because the Chiefs are going to lose a whole bunch of games. All right. Okay, let's get to a couple more sound bites here, and let's move on. How are we doing on time?
Is that
are we
clock
getting long? That one freaking quit.
Yeah,
working.
we're 50 minutes in.
We're getting a little long. Okay, well let's
Are we at the top of the show yet?
All right, let's okay. Well, let's just get to one more soundbite here and then get out of the Cowboy game and jump into a special edition of okay. I'll save it. I'll just say that I'll play this. Cowboy fan was a little upset.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Cowboy fan was a little upset. And look, this young man, he's probably 11, maybe something like that. And so I'm not playing this to exploit this young kid, because I got kids. We're all parents, but it's funny, and this is because I was this kid one day. Once upon a time, I'm sure somewhere probably when Kirk Gibson hit that home run against the A's. In fact, I definitely was that. I won't even hedge it. I'll just own that. Okay. So So anyway, so this kid is reacting to the loss against the Raiders. He's a big Cowboy fan.
Okay.
And he's being consoled by it looked like maybe his grandmother and grandfather there. But it's so cute. It's so. Anyways, there's enough setup. I'll just play this. This kid, Mosh, hates the Raiders.
I hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders.
John, calm down. John, they'll win the next game, John.
I hate the Raiders.
John, stop. It's gonna be okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
John, what do you want to say to the Cowboys?
I want to say that I hate the Raiders.
But get a Cowboys some encouragement, John, so they can win the next game.
Tell them, say, y'all gonna win next game. Who they play next anyway?
John, give them some encouragement. They need encouragement. John, the Cowboys need some encouragement right now.
I hate the Raiders!
John!
I hate the Raiders!
John! Calm down. John, calm down.
Oh, poor John. Oh.
Hey, John, what do you think about this guy?
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murph, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Hey, what's up? It's Brockman from The Rich Eisen Show.
And it's Del Tufo from The Rich Eisen Show.
You're listening to Murph and Mosh on Raiders Fan Radio.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton. You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio with my boys Murph, Swaggy Jeff, and Uncle Mosh. Tune in because they fucking put out a banger podcast.
Hey, hey, Mosh, do you know what Spotify Wrapped is?
No, I don't. Tell me what that is.
Spotify Wrapped is a thing that they release at the end of every year, and it celebrates what your Spotify listening choices were throughout the course of the year. Well, they release it for podcasts too, and so I just want to give a little quick respect to the listeners and supporters of Raiders Fan Radio on Spotify. This is our Spotify thing. Look we have 12,000 listens on Spotify, and 975 of you subscribe to us there on the Spotify. So 261 followers, but we have 975 listeners there on the Spotify. So thank you for those of you throughout the course of 2021 that have supported Raiders Fan Radio via Spotify.
I did hear this. Speaking of podcasts and things.
Yeah.
Mike Rowe, who is probably one of the... It's so funny because he just 2 days ago just released episode 228.
Did he really?
Yeah,
nice.
he's the same as going the same numbers as we are. So his latest podcast that he's been doing for about 5 years is called The Way I Heard It.
Yeah,
and
great show.
And it's really good, and he's gone to a much longer format now when he got through his 80 weeks or whatever. But anyway, he was talking about he was number 147 of podcasts.
Oh,
That's
nice.
where he's ranked at.
Yeah.
You know out of how many?
Oh, yeah.
2.4 million podcasts.
Wow, that's
There
crazy.
is 2.4 million podcasts.
That's crazy.
So if we ever get to be the 1,200,000th podcast, we're in the top 50.
And well, then we are.
Yeah.
In Costa Rica alone.
In Costa Rica
Costa
alone,
Rica and Italy were top 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which actually, we're top 5.
Out of 2,400,000 podcasts.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so let's get back to this Raider thing here. So Jeff, I got some stats for you.
Okay.
All right. Jeff, as we all know, is a huge Marcus Mariota fan.
Is he really?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. All right, so he's a huge Marcus guy, and actually, you know what? I got a Mosh.
Yes, sir.
Can you go ahead and play? I'm sorry, Raider Nation. I got to derail us for a second.
Go ahead.
Can you play a couple of sound bites for us, real quick, please.
Sure.
Patrick Claybon with NFL Network here. Hey folks, I know 3 things you might like. Do you like football? Do you like the Las Vegas Raiders? Do you like listening to things? I'll add a 4th. Do you like swag? Well, here we got Swag Jeff, Murph, Uncle Mosh. This is Raiders Fan Radio.
Murph has to hurry up. You know why Murph's got to hurry up?
We're running out of time. My life is running out of lifespan.
Oh my gosh.
Hurry up, Murph.
Okay, I got it.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
Sorry about that, man. Okay, so Swag Jeff, back to the segment. Swag Jeff, as we all know, is a huge Marcus Mariota fan.
Marcus!
Of course. He loves to celebrate the dynamic nature of Marcus Mariota and his playmaking ability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the things that makes Marcus so elite and makes Swag Jeff such a diehard fan of Marcus Mariota is his elite speed.
Who's elite speed? Swaggy's?
Marcus.
Definitely not mine.
Marcus Mariota is a fast guy.
Yeah, one of the fastest.
One of. And maybe not the fastest guy on his team.
Oh.
Especially not in his quarterback room.
Oh.
So Mr. Mariota Mr. MM8 number 1 over there, I got some numbers for you.
Spit them out.
On Thanksgiving, Derek Carr hit 19.84 miles an hour on his 22-yard scramble. That makes him the 3rd fastest ball carrier on Thanksgiving. In the spirit of competition, I went back and researched how fast Marcus Mariota has ever been
You didn't even
clocked.
have to do that. I had those stats.
In 2016, Mariota, then a very young quarterback, recorded the 2 fastest speeds by a quarterback, blazing across the gridiron at 21.42 and 20.35 miles an hour. And to give you a little bit of reference to that, there's only 3 players that were faster than Marcus that entire season, and they were wide receivers.
Okay.
Swag Jeff, it is now 2021, not 2016.
Yeah.
I would say that when you factor in age and the fact that Marcus is going to be slowing down a little bit, Derek Carr at almost 20 miles an hour is faster than your guy, Marcus Mariota.
Wow.
You're full of shit. You're just full of shit. Sorry, bud.
Here, let me give it to him.
Yeah, because Marcus Mariota, he's like a fine wine. It just gets better with age. Steven Stockbridge in the chat that says Mariota isn't an accurate passer. Without his legs, he's worthless. Shut up, Steven. That's not true either. He is God's gift to the Raiders. But
oh my gosh!
But
wait a minute, record scratch.
Yeah, no. Well, no, it's no. You can keep playing it. I like it. I like it. He was also the Thanksgiving gift that Raider Nation so desperately needed.
This scored a touchdown.
Marcus scored a touchdown, man. Paul heard it from across the pond.
Yes,
he heard me yelling and celebrating. But yes, Derek Carr did have an impressive run. He has a longer run now than Josh Jacobs or Kenyon Drake for the entire season.
Yeah,
he has the longest run of the year as a Raider runner because they haven't put in Marcus. But as we'll play this audio in just a moment, Derek Carr and Marcus, they have a nice relationship. They like to play with each other, and they like to they play football together.
Yes.
Yeah. And so when Derek runs, he looks at Marcus and gives him a hang loose,
which is pretty funny.
And he calls himself Carriota. So so there is there's a new member to join Aloha Corner.
Oh, so wait a minute, hold on. Are you saying that we're leaving Aloha Corner and we're taking a stop on Fresno Corner?
We might be.
Jeff's put on his Fresno State Bulldogs hat. He's adorned his Derek Carr jersey.
Absolutely. Welcome to Fresno Corner. What's the mascot? What are they, Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs.
Yeah, man, Bulldogs. Thank you, Derek Carr, for allowing us to see Carriota in action. Thank you for looking up to Marcus Mariota to be the quarterback that you know you can be. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Welcome to Fresno Aloha Corner. Oh, nice.
Yes, you did.
Well done, Derek. Keep up the good work. One day you'll be as fast as Marcus.
Ron the Manurator said, "I've lost faith in everything. What's happening?"
Fresno Aloha Corner. I love the wordplay because, yeah, Derek Carr now, I love it, shoots the hang loose sign at Marcus and calls himself Carriota.
Oh, my gosh. Jason Thomas says, "I don't want your kid."
I'd run for a few first downs here and there, but that's probably one of the longer ones I've had in a while. After I ran it, I looked over at Marcus and I gave him one of these. He just started laughing. I always call myself Carriota, and he gets a kick out of that one. Anytime I scramble in practice or in a game, I'll come up to him and be like, "Carriota, bro," and he'll laugh at me, probably just to appease me. But it felt good to be able to pick up that. They ran a game, and they actually got tripped up, and I felt it. Honestly, it's just like experience at that moment. I knew they were in the man coverage. look on the back end, and when that game happened and they didn't have contain, I just took off.
I was going to say that they were all reacting to Swaggy's bit over there.
Oh,
yeah. Jason Thomas says, I don't want your candy. Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Nice.
Love it, man. Good stuff there, Swaggo, man. That was funny.
Well, yeah.
Good job, buddy. I already did that one, didn't I?
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton.
Not anymore, Will. Sorry, pal.
This is Raiders Fan Radio. I'm Brent Musburger, and I don't care who wins, as long as it's the Raiders.
You ready, big boy, or you want me to talk to my friend?
Talk to your friend. So shout out that chat room. What's going on in there?
Los Angeles Raiders. Yeah, back in the old days, baby. And you're listening to Murph and Uncle Mosh, who happens to have the same hair as me. Check it out, Raiders Fan Radio.
And yes, thanks for everyone that's joining us in the chat. Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Dick Vitale, who says, I definitely think Mariota makes our quarterback room better. I absolutely agree with that, Dick Vitale. Jason Thomas is in there, Raider Ramon. Alfred Esparza, who says, perfect swag. I'm a big Fresno State fan, too.
Oh, right
well,
on.
that was for you then, pal.
Oh,
absolutely.
that's awesome.
Anthony Carver's in there. Mac Bud. Ron the Mater Raider. Let's see. Pineapple's in there, who still says Aloha Corner is the best. Of course he does. Of course he does. Let's see. Steven Stockbridge is in there. Big Bass Raiders in there. Welcome, Big Bass. Wolf of Walnut. I love
that name. That's a good one.
I like
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
All right, awesome, man. Well, growing up in San Jose and being a fan of San Jose State, I can't say the same thing about having, an affinity for Fresno State. And
I don't like Fresno State either.
What we say around San Jose is buck the Bulldogs.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, one thing we can get behind, though, is MyBookie. So, Raider Nation, check this out. It's not every day you can double your money, but with MyBookie, you double your money instantly thanks to their double deposit bonus for all new users. With MyBookie's double deposit bonus, you sign up at mybookie.ag. That's mybookie.ag and use my promo code MURF, M-U-R-F, and you'll instantly receive double your initial deposit so you can kickstart your betting experience with the best games, leagues, and casino options to choose from. The Patriots are taking on the Bills this Monday night as they continue their quest to reclaim the AFC title. Jeez, talk about a team that's on a run.
Seriously.
Buffalo has looked like a legit Super Bowl contender. However, look for them to cover the spread. Set yourself up for success by doubling your first deposit when using promo code MURF. That's M-U-R-F at MyBookie. That's promo code MURF, M-U-R-F, to double your initial deposit all the way up to $1,000. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime with MyBookie.
Q-Dog and the Chronicles are giving me grief about this. All right, here you go, you Compton lovers.
What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Will Compton.
He gets aired
You're listening to Raiders Fan Radio.
I'm serious. They're whining about him.
Swaggy Jeff and Uncle Mosh. Tune in.
Here, I got one.
because they
I got one
fucking
for you,
put out a
Mosh.
banger
Hold on, I got
podcast.
one.
Saddle up, little buckaroos.
Nice.
Raiders fans are for life. Other podcasts have taken the long dirt nap. But you've got Raiders Fan Radio. We're the wagon you've hitched your horses to. Mosey along with us as we ride out of the light and ride off into the dark side.
So what is it with Comp getting three different air times tonight? He gave us a shout out one time and didn't even say our name. So everyone, please go listen to Bussin' with the Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the guy that forgot one name.
Murph, Swag Jeff, and who's the third guy?
Yeah, that's the last time I'll play his
Listen
damn
to the
button.
Trucking with the Fellas podcast.
Yeah. Taylor Lewan is great on
He's
that show.
great. That's so good.
We love Taylor.
So, all right, so let's get into another segment we do around here. It's called Raiders and Pop Culture. This is where you guys send us really funny things about the Raiders that exist outside of the sports spectrum. So this is Raiders and TV shows and movies and music and all the kinds of good stuff. So I've got one here this week. This comes to us This is a Family Guy. This came from one of the Mangus boys. I think it was Daniel that sent us this. So this is coming from Family Guy. So Seth MacFarlane is the creator of Family Guy. He must be a Raider guy or have some kind of affinity for the Raiders or hatred for the Raiders or something to go, because he does that Raider Dave thing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, so I was sent this because yesterday was Bo Jackson's 59th birthday, and it was also the anniversary of the game against Seattle, in which he punked Brian Bosworth and ran it into the into the tunnel, all that good stuff. So, in fact, I think I've got the dates of that game here. No, I don't. But anyways, I think it was like 34 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 87?
I don't do math. Probably. That sounds right. It sounds
November
right.
30th, 87. I think
You're the math guy, so I trust you. Yes. Okay. So anyway, so that's the anniversary of that. So one of the things that was that Bo is famous for, amongst a multitude of things, was, Mosh, you're not a gamer, but in the old video game Tecmo Bowl, Bo was unstoppable. There was Bo Jackson on offense, and there was Lawrence Taylor on defense. Both of them were faster than every other player on the team. You could never tackle him, or in LT's case, you just barely got close, and he would automatically make the tackle.
Right.
So it was like when you played with the Raiders and you used Bo Jackson, it was impossible to tackle the guy.
Oh, nice.
Okay? So here we go to Family Guy, and they're talking about getting their buddy Cleveland to come back over and hang out with them. And the way they're going to lure Cleveland to come back over and hang out is to play Tecmo Bowl. So they're practicing playing Tecmo Bowl, and the main guy, Peter, is playing as the Raiders and using Bo Jackson.
Okay, we all know how much Cleveland loves Tecmo Bowl, so let's start playing. I'm the Raiders, I'm Bo Jackson, and hopefully he'll show up.
That's no fair. Bo Jackson's too fast.
Guys, do we want Cleveland back or don't? Oh, here we go. Bye-bye.
See, Peter, he's too fast.
You gotta tackle me. It's B. You gotta press B.
I'm pressing B. He's too fast.
Going over here. Going over here now. Never get tired.
Change your guy, Quagmire. Change your guy.
I'm trying. Peter's cheating. You're cheating, Peter.
I'm not cheating. I'm following the rules. I'm just really good.
So he's running
really
all the
good.
way,
You
like,
just got Bo Jackson.
zigzagging all the way to the end zone.
Bo Jackson also played professional baseball.
Shut up, Joe. Everybody knows that.
Kansas City, Royals.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Bo. Mike. Go. All. The. Nope. Going back the other way.
What? Are you going backwards? Just score.
I'm going to run out the quarter.
I'm not playing now. My controller's down.
Seems like your controller's been down the whole time.
Who's Varys? You gotta switch off Varys. Get it to Ronnie Lott. Pretty much anyone but Varys.
Oh, no. I'm all the way back here now. I'm in my own end zone. What am I doing? Too bad I'm not Bo Jackson. Oh, wait, I am.
Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Quagmire. You're about to tackle me. But then...
Damn it!
Less than a minute.
Shut up, Joe!
He's gonna do it. He might do this.
I don't know. A lot of football still to be played here.
I'm hitting reset.
Don't you dare hit reset. You hit reset, you're banned for life.
I hate this. Joe, do you want to play?
Yeah, I like being this guy.
A zig. A zag. A touchdown! Yeah! I won the game, and now I'm gonna jump Bo Jackson!
Nice. I love that.
Oh, man. So funny. There's some good stuff there from Family Guy. Appreciate you, Raider Nation, checking in with us. All right, let's get to talk about this next week's game.
Man, are we...
You got one, Mosh? I got a bunch over here. If you
Go
need
ahead,
one.
hit me with one. Hit me with one of your old school ones.
Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. This is Keith Smith, the Crusader Raider, calling you from London, England. And you're listening to Raider Fan Radio. And we're in Murph's Cave, and I tell you, this is the only place you need to be. Go Raiders!
Hey everybody, this is your old Uncle Mosh out here at the Raiders game. I got Q-Dog, I got Mojo, I got Big Raider Trucker, and they got something to tell you about Raiders Fan Radio.
Get your facts, get your funny, and get the out. Woo!
All right, there. Appreciate the made men. And so, Hey, so this weekend, so the Raiders are taking on the Washington football team, and anybody just like that game that we were all attended together, that was 2019 against the Lions. If you're going to be in Vegas this weekend, hit your guy up, man. I'll see you out there. I'm going to the game on Sunday, and I don't have any plans for tailgating or anything like that. I think I'm just going to show up and go straight to the game, but maybe I could hop over and...
There's no other Raider podcast going on that weekend, I don't think, though. So you should just go to the game.
Absolutely.
Just hang out with Murph. That's the best thing to do.
Well, thank you, man.
What section are you in? Why don't people can send you beers and hot dogs and stuff?
No, don't do that. I'm fine. But I'm sitting down at 122. I'm sitting down there. It should be a lot of fun.
You'll be the guy in the Raider jersey.
Yeah, I'll be that guy. Yeah.
Don't go to the Tropicana.
I'll probably be the guy. I'll probably be the guy in the freaking Raiders fan radio shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go to the Tropicana.
Is that too much? Can you wear your own gear to a game?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can you do that? Okay. So I'll be wearing a Raiders fan radio t-shirt. Anyway, so holler at me, and love to have a beer and meet up with anybody, of course. But Saturday, the night before, I'm going to Chuck's show. Our buddy Chuck Splatter and McCann.
Yeah. Tell him about that.
His band, Los Gatos Locos, is playing at the Dive Bar in Las Vegas. They take the stage at 11 o'clock. So if you're in town and you want to go see one of the most diehard, loyal Raider fans there is and his punk rock band take the stage, come hit us up, man. Come join me at the Dive Bar. It's going to be a rowdy good time, man, with a bunch of Raiders fans rocking out. So definitely check us out.
And that's Saturday night.
That's Saturday night before the game. And so, so holler at me. But so looking forward to this game. I wrote, my only note here is Derek is pissed. Like, I feel like that, like, and Renfro and these guys, like, they said it. Like, we got sick of losing. I feel like they got embarrassed with what happened the prior 3 weeks. And again, not to cycle the hurdle conversation, but like Mosh's point, whatever happened. And I think at this point, we're on a trajectory upward. I don't think that that's getting too much of our heart into it and not enough brain or anything. Don't you feel like there's so much momentum now, Mosh, coming out of this Thanksgiving game?
I'm on this whole kind of, I'm having a Mosh redo season.
Okay. Which you're allowed. It's unprecedented stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, and it's there's some things that are happening in my life that are making me rethink some things.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I mentioned it earlier that you know, I'm kind of softening on Alzado.
Yeah.
You know, a lot.
Yeah.
And I've always had respect for the man, the fact that, you know, he fought Muhammad Ali, for crying out loud. You know, I mean, the guy was funny. He was a dago. There's a lot of things in his personal life that made me want to like him. You know, the fact that he wore that awful orange. But then again, so did my brother. But that was courtesy of the state. But the point is that Carr, I think, has channeled his inner Alzado.
Oh.
And what I mean by that is if you look at the pictures of go on America, go to the YouTube, Google a picture of Alzado, and then Google the picture of Carr last week with his hair.
They kind of favor each other, yeah.
Favor each other. And I think that's what it's going to take. If I can make the change, DC4 can make the change.
Love it.
And he can channel his inner Alzado. And if that's what it takes.
I love comparing DC to Alzado as opposed to Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's what everyone was doing the 3 weeks prior.
Yeah.
You know?
So obviously we need Derek. We need Derek to have a big game. That's like when it doesn't take a rocket scientist, it doesn't take a film analyst, it doesn't take an expert to get on a radio show. And when you say, what do the Raiders need to do to beat the Washington football team? Well, Derek Carr needs to play well. Like, of course. Like, yes. Like, your team goes as your quarterback goes. But Jeff, give me some other, like, we know, like, we saw this. Everybody was watching the Washington football team on Monday night, playing film analysts, because we're all looking for, like, you know.
Yeah, they didn't play great.
Well, they didn't play great, but they've got some great players. That kid, the Davis, the linebacker out of Kentucky, like, they've got some playmakers. What is it with linebackers out of Kentucky all of a sudden? But
yeah, right.
But anyways,
just ask Aaron.
Yeah, right. But like, so talk to me about, like, What did you see on that Monday night game? What do you want to see about the Raiders? Like, aside from the Derek Carr thing, which is the obvious, what are we looking for the Raiders? What are some keys to victory that we're looking for?
Okay, so are we just going to go with who your offensive and defensive MVPs are?
Perfect, love it. Yeah, bring it.
I'll start with the offense, and I'm going to go with one that's just a little off ball, because I always say Hunter Renfrow.
Right.
I say that every week, and he had a hell of a game.
Well, he's the
last
greatest
week.
player of all time. So
He
it's
really
hard to
is.
not point
He
at
really
him.
is.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Foster Moreau.
Oh, I like it, dude. Nice.
Because
he's due.
He's due for another good game. He had that great game a few weeks ago. But I think he's going to step in great, because I don't know how healthy Darren Waller's going to be. Thankfully, Darren Waller's not out for the year. He just had that band strain or whatever it was.
Yeah. AC band, is that what it's called?
I think it is.
Yeah.
But I see him lighting it up.
Okay.
I see him lighting it up, because I don't know how much time and whether or not Darren sees time. The guy still has a lot of clutch catches, and I'm ready to see a 50-50 ball in the end zone that'll kind of seal the deal.
Okay. Well, it's interesting, and that's a great lead-in, because check out some of these comments from Foster Moreau this last week.
A lot of you guys kind of see what we do during the week, but most people only see what we get to do on Sundays, right? I think it's different because guys show up on Monday, win or lose, and they're in the weight room, they're in the training room, they're in the tubs, they're in the steam room, and they're getting after it. Win, lose, draw. It doesn't really matter to these guys, because they love ball and we love each other and we play for each other. And a lot of the times, wins and losses are hard to control, but your attitude isn't. And showing up the way that we do every week and playing as hard as we do every day, it's about all we can control.
Mosh, he sounds like a coach, doesn't he?
There was a lot of coach speak right there. But
right?
Yeah, I don't like to ever, ever, ever agree with Kevin. Because I'm not a big Kevin fan, but I agree with him on this one. Brian Edwards. That's going to be
your guy?
That's going to be my guy. I think exactly what you were saying. They're going to be looking for us to go to the Renfros, right? They're going to be looking for Jackson.
They're going to be that's what's going to open up.
And that's
your
what's
guy.
going to open Brian Edwards, and that's what's going to open Moreau.
I agree.
And I think that's where there's greatness going to happen. Hey, Jeff Murphy's in there. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what's up, QB Jeff?
Thanks for the sandwich.
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
Appreciate the pregame fuel here around here. So, and if you're in Middle Tennessee, or if you're out there on the West Coast in the Bay Area, go check out Domenico's Italian Deli and patronize them and support those small businesses and enjoy some of the best sandwiches. Not even some of them. I'm not going to hedge it. It's the best freaking sandwiches there is.
I've ever eaten one.
They're the best. Appreciate you, Jeff. And in fact, I'll just say this too. I'm gonna make an informal, formal announcement. Okay. But I got confirmation from Jeff today. He's gonna join us along with your lovely wife, Chris, and yourself now on the board of directors for the One Nation Foundation. So appreciate QB Jeff and appreciate his willingness to do that. Of course, to you and Chris as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're moving into the next phase.
Yeah,
of the One Nation Foundation. Next chapter of the One Nation
will be the 5 of us.
Absolutely. So it's going to be pretty cool, man. We look forward to seeing what's doing some amazing fundraising next year. All right, you guys got anything more on
offense?
Well, we got the offense. I mean, okay. I'm gonna set up the question this way, just like I set it up to you the first time, Jeff.
Okay.
It's easy to say okay, what do the Raiders need to do to win the game? Well, Derek Carr. Okay, it's also easy to say, well, Yannick Ngakoue and Max Crosby. Yes, because if you get that pressure up front, you're disruptive, you get to Taylor Heineke, that's what's going to, right? You're going to interrupt his ability to get to Logan Thomas and any of the playmakers they have. Give me somebody else, though, on defense. Who is somebody else we're looking for? Or what's another, whatever.
I'm looking at Casey Hayward. Because
Dude, let's go.
He's going to have to go up against Scary Terry. And,
that's right.
And that's going to be a challenge, but I think he's up for it. He hadn't allowed a touchdown yet. Let's knock on wood here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we need to see him shut down number 17.
I agree. That's a great call out, dude. And that might be the key critical matchup for us on defense, definitely. Especially if we're not getting a Heineke the way that we want to. But I got a feeling we're going to get a lot of pressure up front. Mosh, you got anybody on D?
I think our front four are going to make an impact.
That's where it's
I think that's where it is. And when I was looking at the Washington Redskins stats, and if you go to their website, it compares them with all their opponents this year. They're terrible, and it's let me rephrase that. They are coming off of a 3-game win streak, but their numbers are playing right into our defense's hands.
That's exactly right.
And that's what we need. You've been saying all along, man, I wish we'd just have a blowout game. I wish we'd have a blowout game. I wish we'd have a blowout game. I'm not predicting it, but I'm saying that the makings for a rout could possibly come this Sunday.
Okay.
The way that the numbers are lines up, we've all been wanting Derek to have a game. We've all been wanting Derek to have a game. He got another monkey off his back with the can't run thing. So he runs at 19.2 miles an hour for 22 yards, right? Another monkey off his back. A guy that needs to get the monkey off his back in addition to those guys, those 4 up front, is Abram. And if Abram can have that big, huge defensive, whatever it's going to take.
A big play, like a game-changing play.
A pick six or something,
Yes.
I just think that the way the numbers are lined up and the way that Washington has slopped into these 3 wins, man, it could set us up for something huge.
Yeah, because I don't have it in front of me, but if I remember right, we're on the lower end of the league in terms of defending the run, but they're dead last at running the football. So
right.
You know what I mean? So those are the kind of numbers that
Right.
Mosh is talking about. Here's what's interesting, and I'm glad you said this, Mosh, about the Raiders when Derek Carr is going off and having a game. This blew my mind when I read these. Listen to how lopsided these numbers are. The Raiders are 6-0 when Carr throws for 300 or more yards. You know what their record is when he doesn't? 0-5.
There you go.
They are scoring 32.2 yards or 32.2 points per game in their wins, which is 6th best in the league, and 13.2 points in their losses, which is 3rd worst. That's why when I say it's easy to just say, not even as anybody that has any kind of credibility at all, what do the Raiders have to do to win? Derek Carr's got to have a game. I'm going to give you one more on this. Hold on, before you jump in. Listen to this one, Swag. The Raiders won 3 straight games last November when Derek Carr threw for 165 yards or less. Since then, they are 8-2 when Carr throws for 300 or more yards and 0-8 when he doesn't. Look, you want to point to something? Derek Carr have a 300-yard game, and it's undefeated.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
It's like flipping a coin.
Oh, good one. Nice callback, Mosh. Good callback.
And Derek, if you need any more motivation, I mean, it seems like you're pretty motivated, but let's knock the block off of the guy that's defensive coordinator for that other team.
Yeah, Del Rio.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Stupid ass Jack
dude.
Del Rio, man. Why don't you shut him up on the field?
Tell him what old Captain Jack had to say about Derek.
Well, he still talks about the cold weather games and all that stuff that he said before.
Is he really still saying it?
Yeah, he says it all the time, man. Well, we'll see what happens, blah, blah, blah. No, man, Derek's going to come in there and he's going to be pissed. He hadn't played him since he said all these things. So let's go in there and whip his ass.
So basically, he called out Derek and said that, Derek doesn't play well and the team loses because of it when they're in cold weather. But Derek's response was fantastic, and I'm paraphrasing. But he was like, "Oh, okay, well, I appreciate that. I always thought this was a team game. I'm glad I've learned that it was all my fault. So put it all on me. Thanks, Jack." Which was basically Derek Carr speak for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? F
exactly.
you, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, and so yeah, good stuff there. So I love that, Jeff. I think you're right. And again, go back to my note. Derek is pissed, and I think that's another thing that pissed him the hell off. And I think we're going to see a fiery Derek Carr. And to Mosh's point, could be a blowout win, man. Let's effing go. Let's go, Raiders. Let's get it. All right, let's go to Sea of Fans.
Is it time?
Yeah,
Is it time?
Enough of us. Let's hear from you.
There he is, baiting, looking. He's under the gun. He's tied, he's thrown. It is.
We appreciate you so very much here at Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate everybody that is in the chat, where you can join us live at youtube.com/Raiders Fan Radio. Mac Budd is in there. Anthony Provencio, Edgar V, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Jack Kenna, Tyder Raider, B. Al, Steven Stockbridge, QB Jeff is in there, Paul Edgerton in Shropshire, Mississippi. Paul? The Wolf of Walnut is in there. Steven Stockbridge, When the Universe Speaks. Represent. Chronicles of the Black Hole, that's our buddy OG Daniels in there. Big Bass Raider, amongst all of his Raider swag that he won on this show in the Summer of Swag. Edwin Reese is in there. F. Thomas Jones. So many freaking amazing guests. Coach Randy Hansen.
Yes.
What's up, Coach? Coach Randy Hansen is in there. That is Raiders secondary coach in there. Coached amazing players like Nnamdi Asomugha. We appreciate you, Coach Hansen, for jumping into the chat here at Raiders Fan Radio. Revolutionary Road is in there. Says, love y'all, man. We love you too. Sean Johnson is in there. Appreciate everybody so very, very much. All right. So this is where we hear from you, because again, like I said, less of us and more of you is a good thing. So we hear from you. You can contact this show 2 different ways. You can send us a voicemail at 909-345-3346, or you can send us an email at that's SHOW at RaidersFanRadio.com. And if we play your voice message 3 times, or if we play or we read your email an indefinite amount of times, you could become a made man or a made woman. Tonight, I'm happy to announce that we have a new made woman to induct, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, Uncle Mosh is going to start us off with the emails, and he's going to start us off with a new good friend of the show. This is the wife of our buddy Tyrone Graves. This is his wife, Ebony, and she's now emailed us a couple times.
What's good, Raider Nation? Ebony Graves dropping in. On the highway leaving AT&T Stadium on a high, headed back to our daughter's home in Tyler, Tyrone took our baby girl with us to her first football game.
Let's go.
And oh, what a game for her to go to. So, Nation, let me tell you, I'm extremely superstitious when it comes to football. Plus, Tyrone says that I have powers. I just haven't learned to control them yet. I can think about something or mention something and it happens. For example, I can mention a movie and literally turn the TV on and it's there. I'm always shocked when I say stuff and it happens. He says it's because I don't truly believe in my powers. So every game he has taken me to, y'all, always was a win. And on the last play. So this is where my superstition kicks in. When I know something happens, when I'm around and I never speak on it. So I had been careful all week not to mention that every game I have gone to resulted in a Raiders win because I didn't want to jinx it. So here I am again, sitting next to my honey love, who's who's about to have a heart attack yet again on the last play. And the kick is up for the 3rd time. And then you hear it. Raiders! Raiders! She does it 3 times. Raiders! Throughout AT&T Stadium. It's in this moment I have also to remind him that his leg is broken. LOL. I can't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I can't front, though. I'm hoarse like a bronco. See what I did there? From hollering Raiders all damn day. What can I say? I'm a supportive wife. God, family, football.
Let's go.
Choose family over football today. I'm truly thankful this day for family and the Raiders win. Happy holidays, nation. And then
nice.
I got a picture for you.
So there's a picture for those of you on the audio podcast. That is Ebony and Tyrone.
Nice.
And the top picture there, and then there's their daughter. And I love the finger gestures there. I love it. The other two are doing peace, and then the ring finger. But then of course Tyrone, the Raider fan with the middle finger salute there. Man. That's awesome, man. I love it. Love it there. Appreciate all the show support. You guys are amazing.
Greetings, nation. I said I wouldn't email again until the Raiders won, so here I am. I watched the first half of the game and was pleasantly surprised at what I saw. However, I know that the Raiders can send me on an emotional roller coaster at any second, so I didn't have my hopes up. We went outside for a bit, and when we came back, the Raiders were up 30-22. My family member, who is a blessed Packers fan, said, "Oh, this game is over." I simply laughed and said, You don't know the Raiders like I know the Raiders. And they did not prove me wrong. The Cowgirls marched down the field and tied up the game. I started hauling things out to the car and pacing the house, sure that the Raiders were going to blow it and lose. I couldn't watch OT. I was having heart palpitations already, and I didn't want to have an ER visit. So I honestly didn't see us win. But I'm glad that the Raiders pulled out the W. Heaven knows the nation needed it. Now, all the Carr lovers, you won't like this, but DC is the most consistently inconsistent quarterback I've ever seen.
Oh, you love that term.
I hate that term. I go with what I see with my two eyes, and I think that the brain God gave me, and I think with the brain God gave me. Derek is not an elite quarterback. Many will throw his stats at me. Oh, in quotes, he's the franchise leader in quarterback, every quarterback stat, unquote. Well, he freaking should be. He's been here for 8 damn years. But what has he done? Not a single playoff game, not even close to making it. Okay, nation, relax. My blood pressure is rising. I'll end my DC rant and the ensuing slander by those who love Carr with the words of the great Taylor Lewan. Hey, Kay. See, Bussing with the Boys, episode 80. At the end of the day, happy we won, but still skeptical. Still skeptical of what we have from the owner to the O-line. Have a blessed week, nation. Erica.
Awesome, man. It's Erica S in the chat. Appreciate you, Erica. So let me say this, man. I think that's fair. I don't fully line up with that, but I think it's, and that's the whole point, is that, you know what I mean? And look, Mosh always says debate is the best form of, what is it? Say it for me.
Debate. The Greeks felt that debate was the highest form of education.
There you go, man. So absolutely. And so I can acknowledge, even though I don't fully agree, I acknowledge the point, the idea. That's a very fair point. Like that there has been, unfortunately, evidence to lead to skepticism. And and that's where, to go back to the thing, it's polarizing. Like both are right. And so it's a very interesting concept. And so hopefully the Raiders will follow this up, because that's when you start to put to bed those kinds of narratives. All right. But more importantly, around here, for our own sake, Erica and her family attended our live event. That's the first time we met Erica, was back when she attended our live event in what draft was that? 2017 draft. She's been in our chat room a whole bunch.
2019.
Was it 19, Jeff?
Yeah.
It was April 27th, 2019. Yeah, there's a ball right there. Anyways, so
17, 19.
So Erica has been a part of our show for a long, long time. And one of the last times that we spoke to Erica, we said, all right, well, listen, you've done all these other things that have been involved with our show for all this time. And she supports us on social media. Like, she's great. And I said, so email the show, and then we'll get you made here and join the crew. So
we're gonna have another made woman.
We're gonna have another made woman. So now we're gonna add Erica to the list of all the amazing made men and women. This is like the inner circle of Raiders Fan Radio. This means that you have participated and you have gifted back to us here at the show by your participation. So we appreciate you very much, and we want to celebrate and welcome Erica to the crew. Congratulations on becoming the next made woman.
This made woman is loyal, blustering in our fan mail. Mess with her, I would deter. She'll kick you right in your tail. Her face is always game ready, painted in silver and black. She is loyal to the Raider Nation. She always has our back. She cheers as she storms our podcast, a fan no prouder or bold. And here on Raiders Fan Radio, her fandom is as valued as gold. This made woman is a Raider, a fierce and loyal fan. She's out here yelling and clearly telling she can kick ass as good as a man.
Let's go!
Nice.
Congratulations, Erica. Welcome to the crew. All right, Mosh, who we got next?
Yo, what up, Murph, Swaggy, and the one and only Uncle Mosh. I hope all is well and everyone is safe and in good health. How about them Cowgirls? According to the media, the ref was on the Raiders' side with 14 flags going against Dallas, ignoring the fact that 14 flags also went against the Raiders.
All right.
I still get nervous every time I see an index card. So I don't want to hear about anything being rigged. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving because I know I did. My mom and nieces and nephews came to my house for some gumbo Wednesday night.
Ooh.
Then I'd have made that trip.
I know, right?
Then we all went to my in-laws Thanksgiving Day. You see, my father-in-law is a Cowboys fan. So I decided to wear my Lynch jersey. I sat there and enjoyed 2 plates plus dessert while the Raiders enjoyed a turkey leg in Jerry's World of Disappointment.
Let's go. Nice.
Wonderful hospitality, I must say. Now, we have JDR coming looking for the last laugh. Now, I did like him, but we all know he lost the locker room, ironically, in Washington when things got political in the NFL. Now, think about that for a second. JDR's locker room turned in Washington. Gruden takes JDR's job. JDR eventually makes his way to Washington. Washington is under investigation, which results in Gruden being fired. If JDR is looking for some type of happy storybook ending with Mark Davis, he should know that we are into nightmares. It had to be a reason he was fired on his way to the press conference. Mark was channeling his inner Al with that one. Anyway, God bless Jeff if he's reading this because these Modelos won't make me allow him to proofread. I wonder if Rico listens to Johnny Guitar Watson. Anyway, all love and respect. Ta-da, Raiders!
Let's go, Ty.
Ty says,
good job.
P.S. Trust the coin.
Let's go,
Yeah, man.
Telling you. Always good emails from our buddy Ty.
Evening, everybody. Hope you are well and have recovered sufficiently from your Thanksgiving celebrations. Man, that was better, wasn't it? With everybody. You know, we should have Paul over for Thanksgiving one year.
I would love to.
That would
I would
be
love to
awesome.
have Paul in the fan cave. It would be amazing.
Paul, he's never had a proper Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm sure he's had meals where he's given thanks for things.
Sure.
But he's mentioned
he's probably
that
had turkey.
He's had a turkey. But he's mentioned that
He needs to come to Italian Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Oh,
it's not celebrated in the UK, so we should. Paul, we might make this happen.
You ever want to make a trip to Tennessee in November? We got you, buddy.
Come on. All right. Hope you all have well recovered sufficiently from your Thanksgiving celebrations. Man, that was better, wasn't it? With everybody in a party mood, live on primetime TV and against the media darlings of the NFL. The turkey and cranberry sauce must have tasted so much sweeter. And then the Cowboys got all bitter and pissed off, blaming everybody else for the defeat and refusing to acknowledge they were beaten by the better team on the day, which made it even better. Did you see that? Did you see that when they were shaking hands and that guy from the Cowboys took a pop at our boy?
Oh, yeah. And then everyone came to his defense.
Yeah. Max Crosby was right there.
Heck
and then,
yeah.
then did you see what happened to Mariota? He got shoved down.
Yeah, he got shoved down. Yeah.
They're like, actually, they were probably saving him. They're like, get out of here, Punky.
Yeah, they tried to sack him all game long, him and Derek, and so they just had to try to get a parting
It took
shot.
Max Crosby shoving him down.
Yeah, Max got a sack.
Marcus, get out of the way. Let me handle this. All right, Paul goes on to say, so what did we learn? We learned that if we play to our strengths, we are better. And if we trust our big threat players, then good things can come from it. We also confirmed once again that Hunter Renfrow is our best, most reliable player. I'd really like to see him on more long and corner post routes rather than just slants and screen passes. The kid can do anything, and he does it well. D-Jax looked very impressive, and DC was more like himself and even discovered a little Bo Jackson and went on a decent run. We also discovered that the current pass interference rule is farcical. I really think the league needs to take a look at it. Some of the calls are really dumb, and all a QB has to do is go along at any given time knowing that a PI call is inevitable. While they're at it, they can look at the current holding rule. It would be nice to see it applied to everybody, including those wearing 98. The regular assault on Max Crosby is getting beyond a joke now. Coach Bisaccia needs to start calling out some of these fools a little bit more. We still have the concern over that there's no middle ground with us. We're either very good or a poor imitation of ourselves, and we have to find our consistency from somewhere. Just think Jaws and Jaws 3, The Godfather and Godfather 3, or Al Davis and Jerry Jones, and you'll see that poor imitations just don't cut it.
Ooh.
And if you take too long, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty good, man. That was good.
And if you two take this thing to the postseason, we can't be flaky from here on in. 10 games might be enough, so we need to win our remaining 3 home games, and I'm sure we are capable of picking up at least 1 road win. There are no clear favorites for the prize this year. Everybody's beating everybody else, so now is the time to be the pace setter. There's nothing to fear from our run-in. Just 3 dumbass division rivals and 3 very beatable others. The only thing that can stop us is ourselves. We've seen resilience from everybody. During the early season issues, we've seen exciting Al Davis kick-ass football at times. Now we need to see consistency from individuals and the group. So let's go, fellas. The season starts here, and it's a 6-game shootout. Things I'd like to see going forward. Trust Djax on more plays. Take Hunter Renfrow off special teams duties. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Oh.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too.
Keep Jonathan Abram in the box and away from coverage. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Make him more like a linebacker and more Mariota in the red zone. I guess Paul just
speaking my language.
Paul just got an invite to your house next November.
Heck yeah.
Paul just got made again.
The Sizzler, Paul.
Yeah.
The Raiders certainly gave me everything I wanted from Thanksgiving, but now we have to move on to the Washington no-names, or the email revenge game, as Graphics Raider calls it. We certainly can't take them for granted, but it's most definitely a winnable game. I have a birthday this Thursday. Well, happy birthday, Paul.
Nice. Happy birthday,
I wouldn't
man.
like to say
brother.
I wouldn't like to say how old I am, but Matt Millen will give you a clue. Birthdays.
Nice.
Birthdays never really bothered me too much. It was just another day. Then I discovered that I shared the day with old man Willie Brown and Zach Crockett.
Oh.
So now I'm even happier.
That's cool.
I've always kept a record of our games played on that exact date or the nearest date to it. And our current record stands at 32, 22, and 1. 5-3 on the exact date. This, of course, tells you a number of things. Number 1, it's pointless keeping stats, as their only purpose is to satisfy yourself, and you can make any stat as positive or negative as you like. Take notes, Josh DeBow. Number 2, I have way too much time on my hands. And number 3, it's a winning record, and if people can trust a coin, then I'm willing to go with it. Although if we win again on Sunday, I'm building a shrine to that coin in my garden.
Nice.
Finally, for the week, during the game, CBS... Ooh. Sorry, Jeff. I didn't mean to say that.
I'll take my headphones off.
Advertised a new episode of A Football Life about Hall of Famer Drew
Marcus
Pearson.
Mariota? Oh, never mind.
No. Jeez.
I want to resubscribe to CBS.
Well, you'll love this. Jeez, if there was ever a waste of time. They called it a thrilling insight into his achievements. I bet it lasted all of about 10 minutes if you include the breaks. If that guy can get in, I'm expecting a call from Kent and myself any day now. I really don't have the words to describe how annoying it is that he got into the Hall, except Cliff Branch Hall of Fame now.
Let's go.
Yep.
Also, congratulations to the Sterator family, who must have been overjoyed during the Thanksgiving celebrations, knowing that that grinning piece of shit was in Dallas and they didn't have to put up with him. Commiserations to that he's back home, though. Here's to a win against the no-names and justice for Max Crosby. Go Raiders. Stay safe, RFR family. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, the Royal Scribe Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Polly Award winner, 2019 Foggy Glasses Award winner, 2020 BRT Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, five-time plus one, winner of the Raiders Fan Radio BRT Sizzler Award.
Let's go, Paul. Happy birthday, brother.
Paul. 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 Paul.
Paul. Paul.
Paul.
Ball?
Paul. 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 Paul.
Paul.
Paul.
Ball.
Claude.
Your name, Paul? Hello, Paul. Hello, Paul.
I'm with Paul.
Paul. Yes, Paul.
Paul's not here. Hey, Paul.
Hi.
Paul.
I'm Paul.
Paul.
I appreciate
that was my birthday celebration.
You're having fun over there.
My bro, Paul. Paul's coming to stay with me for next Thanksgiving. Lock it
Well,
up.
yeah. Did you? I think you just said Paul 55 times.
55
celebrate
times,
the
55
celebrate the
times.
Matt Millen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
55 time. Fight time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Paul, double nickels, man. We love double nickels.
How many years was I 55?
You were 55 for like 5 years because we just love saying double nickels.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I was 55 from the time I was 52 to the time I was 57.
Yeah, you were.
And then
From the time you were Khalil Mack to Jerry Robinson,
Yes.
you were double nickel.
And then
You were Matt Millen the whole way.
I had to go 58 because I wanted my years to be in line with my waist. So it was the only thing that got me up there.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, Paul, man, we love you, man. Paul's the best. He's definitely the capo of the emailers, man. He holds it down for the emails. But we have a capo around here that holds it down for the whole crew, the entirety of the crew.
Yes.
He is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider because every good crew needs a captain, and Aaron represents the made men and made women so incredibly well. We appreciate him very, very much, and always kicks off the voicemail segment. If you want to leave a voicemail, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Leave us a message 24/7. You're not going to wake me up because I keep the ringer off. So just call that thing, leave a message, and we would love to hear from you. We've got some great calls to get to, but of course, let's kick it off with our good buddy, Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider.
Greetings, Don Merv. Thunderball Sonny, Consigliere Moss, Swag, Jeff, our Sergeant at Arms, the Big Raider Trucker, Mo, or Young Chili Dog. Ramon Mean King coming to L.A., Vegas, or a city near you, Ron, the Mater Raider Nation. You know, last week gave us a lot to be thankful for, and I, too, for one, am thankful. I had a great experience at AT&T Stadium, and once again, the nation showed up deep, and they showed up loud, proud, and in the Cowboys' face. And a special, bit of respect goes out to the crew from Corona, Cali, who hosted me and some other individuals, at the tailgate. Now, DC4 took a lot of hits last week, and rightfully so. Whenever we need him most, he usually wills. But you know what? He conjured up enough leadership in order to do what needed done in Jerry World. And I thank him for that. He just needs to keep it up. And speaking of showing up, D-Jax, appreciate that tutty, homie.
Let's go.
Now, Roderick Teamer, did he not embody the old Raider spirit whenever he went head up and housed Kelvin Joseph on that special teams punt? I haven't seen anything like that since one of the homies got his chain snatched in Denver. But the Washington football team looks very beatable. In fact, they're the only team that we have to face with a losing record the remainder 6 weeks of this season.
It's a good call out.
Heading into the home stretch, we have to play every single other team in division. And we can win those games. And we can take command. We are the masters of our own fate. Remember that line. Now, we also have to play two other teams that hold wild card, aspirations of their own in Cleveland and Indianapolis. But we can beat them too. Now, let's move on to some other things. Now, Jason LaConfera, I guess he's a writer for CBS Sports, but he's been reporting that Mark Davis isn't in a hurry in order to select our new head coach. Specifically, Davis can afford to be patient. The Las Vegas Raiders coaching gig is a desirable job. Think about that for a second. Now, to begin the new season, we can wait until we wrap up everything we've got to handle this particular season before we look for a head coach, because Mark Davis has a bowl cut, but he also has leverage. And it's also been reported by LaConfera that other interested candidates have already reached out proactively in order to basically gauge the temperature, only to be rebuffed by the front office. Davis will also have to decide the fate of Money Mike Mayock. Hey, bring him back. But it stands to reason, will a new head coach, and I think that we can get whoever we want, will he want to work with a holdover GM? Talk amongst yourselves. Now,
you know what? I agree with that. I think I'm going to just pause that real fast. Mark Davis has caught some criticism this week, and I'm not cutting off Capo here by any means, but I just want to elaborate that point The Raiders don't have to be in a hurry to get a coach. They're fine. We're winning. We have a winning record.
And the more games we win, we may not have to change a guy, or it'll make the job look sexier.
Absolutely. And it's a desirable place. It's a brand new facility. It's got a brand that's silly to me. Don't you think, Mosh, to in the middle of this to be like, oh, the Raiders Mark Davis needs to hurry up. No, he doesn't.
Nevada doesn't have an income tax.
Amen.
Who wouldn't want to go there?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. All right, great stuff there from Cap. I'm sorry. Let me continue his call.
Now, let me get on to Darren Waller. I mean, he's been struggling mightily. I mean, he's been struggling more than, I don't know, Joy Taylor's broad every day on the herd. But honestly, this guy, I mean, since week one, I mean, this guy's been an afterthought. I mean, I mentioned it last week, but honestly, this guy's becoming a thing. His production has dropped off. And you can blame it on him not liking Chucky or whatever the case may be. This guy needs to step up. But due to his trick knee that he suffered last week, we're going to see more of Foster Moreau. And I'm here for it. I want to see more of this kid. I think he's going to put up big numbers. I mean, after watching the Washington football team defense, they couldn't even, they couldn't even stop the Sea Chickens. I mean, we're going to be in good shape. And I look for Moreau to lead the way with a healthy helping of D-Jacks. But JJ, he's got to get up out of the stable too. I mean, he's also another person, that's highly touted, but honestly hasn't put up what he's expected to do this particular season. The hit list. Tristan Hill, Jackson Mahomes, Jim Marone, Jason Whitlock, Mike Wilbon, Insurrectionist, and Ohio State University.
Let's go.
Rue.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Awesome stuff from the Capo there, man. That's why he's the best. We love it, man. Great stuff there, Capo. We appreciate you so very, very much. Of course, he's there in the chat. And definitely much respect to Aaron, the Q-Dog Raider. Yeah, great points there. And you know what? It's funny. Darren Waller is arguably the best player we have, but I'm with him. When you kind of disappear for a while, it's fair to get called out. You know what I mean? So absolutely. All right, good stuff. All right, we got a few more to get to here. We're starting to get close to the end of the show, so let's hit the accelerator on some of these. Let's check in with our buddy Tom, or as Mosh calls him, Thom.
Actually, this is 2020 Gemini Award winner Thom. That's TH.
Oh, that's right. It was Jeff. Huh?
Yeah, it was me.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
Mispronunciated something. Go figure.
Yeah, Thom Alzado.
Yeah.
Man, he's cutting his eyes at you.
Did you cut your eyes at me?
I might cut a little eyes.
Son of a bitch. I'll never go to your camera. You cutting your eyes?
No, I'm not cutting.
You cut your goddamn eyes at me.
Just play the damn email or voicemail, please.
I got you, Jeff.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
All right, here we go.
This is 2020 Gemini Award winner Thom. That's Thom, or as Uncle Mosh likes to say, Thom Tom. I want to start by saluting all the loyal Raider fans who've kept their mouths shut this week, and there haven't been many of them. This certainly has not been easy. Going into the bye week, we were sitting high atop the division, but then, woe is the game coming out of the bye. Our commitment to excellence became a commitment to excrement. We spent 3 weeks making Daniel Jones and then Travis Kelce and then Joe Mixon. Joe freaking Mixon look like all-stars. Well, this week we can turn it around because we all know that excrement makes a pretty damn good fertilizer. So let's start by planting Dak Prescott and the Double D Cowgirls in the turf at Jury World and come out looking like the Grinch that stole Thanksgiving. Put in Mariota, pull out some trick plays, play loose and fast, and get the ball to Waller. And regardless of what the team decides to do about Carr or the fifth-year option of any of the first-rounders from 2019, that's none of them, I propose this. Mark Davis can make a big splash by bringing in Louis Riddick and making him the new team president. He's an expert scout. His opinion is valued by many, and he would make a good hire optically for this organization. And he's a former Raider, and he can help erase the legacy of another former team president connected to the Raiders, a guy I love named Matt Millen. Millen didn't succeed in Detroit, but then Hugh Hefner probably couldn't have even succeeded in Detroit. Anyway, I've said my piece. I'm getting ready to enjoy Thanksgiving with my family and settle in to watch one of my favorite movies, The Entertainer, with Paul Newman. Keep the faith, Raider Nation. This is Tom, THOM, 2020 Gemini Award winner, known forever hereafter as the Mangus Tuck Rule Award. I'll be back with another character, but until then, go Raiders. Raiders.
Raiders.
Awesome, man. That's great. Good stuff there from our buddy Thom, man. That's too funny. All right, next up we got our buddy. This might be the first time he called. Might be the second time.
Duke City?
Yeah, Duke City Raider. I apologize, Martine, if you've called before, but I got to meet Martine when we were out there for one of the Vegas live events. And so let's check in with our buddy Duke City Raider.
Hey, what's up, Murph, Mosh, and Swaggo? This is Duke City Raider. Just calling in from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Just calling to tell and what's up to Raider Nation as well. And just want to tell everyone, because I'm hearing all this Carr hate and stuff when a few weeks ago the same fans were yelling Carr for MVP. And I mean, I just don't get how we can go from one end of the spectrum to the other so quickly. We just got to have faith. And if anything, I'm not disregarding Carr from any of the blame, but we got to blame it on the coaching, Versace, Goldberg, whatever you want to call them, and Olsen. If you think about it this way, how many fourth downs have we had by the goal line where we could have ran it in, threw it in, whatever, and he decided to go for a field goal? Championship teams don't kick field goals. They score touchdowns. They go for it on fourth down to keep their team on the field at all costs. And just, there's never been a quarterback that I can think of, a great quarterback that hasn't had a good coach behind him. And if you think about it that way, Carr's never had a good coach behind him. Maybe Gruden for a second, so he's kind of slipping away, but just wanted to call and say that just to lay off the Carr maybe a little bit, give him more time. I mean, there's always ups and downs in a season, and we've gone through the ups. We're on the downs now, and just let's see how it goes, and then maybe we can talk about the Carr hate after the season. But thank you guys. Have a good day, and have a blessed Thanksgiving.
Oh, absolutely,
Nice.
man. Appreciate you, Martine. Appreciate Duke City Raider. Yeah, we had an amazing Thanksgiving and, of course, capped off with that amazing Raiders win. Keep those calls coming, man, because I know for sure he's not a made man because he's not on the list.
I feel like he's called once before.
Okay, so we'll give him 2. We'll call that number 2. Call us one more time, Martine, and we'll get you on the made man list, and appreciate Duke City Raider. All right, next up, let's hear from our buddy OG Daniel.
Hey, guys, it's OG Daniel from the Chronicles of the Black Hole. Last week I was pretty much ready to disembowel myself through the act of seppuku after that beating by the chefs. And I was thinking back about our Super Bowl when Barrett Robbins, our center, he disappeared off to Mexico, and I was thinking maybe Andy Reid won't show up because it's Vegas. They got some of the best all-you-can-eat buffets in the world. Unfortunately, he showed up, and he decided to just think on the fly, and he beat us. He beat us up pretty bad. And, I was a little upset because Mahomes acts like one of those little privileged child actors. He was in Fraggle Rock, right? Anyway, so I was watching the game, and I noticed Jonathan Abrams, they need to leave him in the box. Don't let him cover, okay?
Common theme we're hearing tonight,
because that guy couldn't cover his own crock pot, and that's probably why he burns a lot of his own dinners. But I was grateful yesterday. We beat we beat the Cowgirls. And the Brokeback Mountain crowd wasn't too pleased with it, Cowboy lovers. And but we took them out. And I'd like to say that we should give a game ball to Anthony Brown because he gave our offense an extra 91 yards.
Yeah, absolutely.
4
Anyway,
PIs.
the Raiders.
Unbelievable.
That guy had the worst game of his in 20 years of been playing ball since he was 7.
And thankfully.
I love that guy.
Unapologetically, thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, not sorry. Forever when it comes to penalties against our team.
And it's so funny to me how that last call that he got and he didn't turn around and had his face and everyone was freaking out about that. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're like, oh, where's the pass interference? I mean, that was why a few years ago they reviewed PIs because that exact same play happened to the Saints and they didn't get called.
Amen,
so I'm like,
dude.
hello, that's that's a definition of pass interference.
Gonna get called every single freaking time. Yeah. Absolutely. Great stuff there. Great call out there from OG Daniel. All right, next up, let's go to this guy is the northernmost Raider fan. He's our buddy Kiljadas up in Alaska and literally is perfecting his bit. Like, dude, Kiljadas, you're killing it. You and Macho Raider Savage, you guys are the absolute best in performance quality here. So let's check in with Kiljadas.
Cause we just beat the Cowboys, baby. Under the lights of Jerry's AT&T Stadium. Cowboys, baby. 14 tummies were really, really, really dumb. Who wants to beat the Cowboys, baby? When you think that you're going to win the Super Bowl. Cowboys, baby. But really your dreams are blinder than a mole. How about them Cowboys? It seems that you were hogtied by your negative ways last week. Well, it did feel good to go more than 8 seconds and still on top against that big bull known as the Cowboys. Well, maybe you should just saddle up and start roping in some positive waves instead of being a bunking Bronco. Don't break the barrier on my sake just yet, because I'm not going to fall for one win. I need to see more, so you better keep your flank strap tight. Well, trust me, Kiljadas, we're out of the chute now with December here, and it's going to take more than a hazer and a header to bring us down. The Cowboys couldn't even keep their free hand up, and they got hung up and tossed off by the Raiders. We're not greenhorns to the challenges of December, and we're going to do whatever it takes to make sure no one bulldogs us to the ground. And what we found in Deshaun Jackson has been so profound as he unwound the secondary so that our other wide receivers could be unbound. Well, it should have been like this no matter who is in our offense. We should have been playing like this for the past few weeks. And don't forget about those penalties. Well, no score for you on that one. The Chiefs had it, the refs said that they're stick up their ass. So you need to let those mistakes pass. A win is a win no matter how fast it can be spinned. This victory has definitely got me hungry though. You want a turkey sandwich? Speaking of rodeo clowns, no. I'm never going to let you cook Thanksgiving again. You may kick you sick. What are you talking about? I make great food. Turkey stuffed with Slim Jims, Slim Jim mashed potatoes with Slim Jim gravy, dinner rolls with Slim Jim butter, Slim Jim pumpkin pie, Slim Jim pecan pie, everything was Slim Jim. Somehow you even stuffed a Slim Jim in a sealed Martinelli sparkling cider bottle. I'm just adding a piece of spice into Thanksgiving. I had some spice. It's called the Raiders being the Cowboys this Thanksgiving. We see on our radio, sometimes you just can't please some people. You have a problem. I bet Uncle Bosch would have loved that dinner.
Yes, he would have.
He was addicted to frickin' Slim Jims. Whoever it is in the chat, let me know if you would have eaten my Thanksgiving dinner. Don't bring others into your madness. Well, Macho Man is where that. Bring on Washington. Ooh, yeah.
Oh my God, Slim Jim gravy. That was the one that got me.
That was my favorite Slim Jim.
That was the one that got me, man.
I love any kind of gravy, and I would eat Slim Jim gravy.
Absolutely.
Oh that's so damn funny, man. Oh, again, flawless execution. Great job there, Kiljadas. All right, next up, let's go down south and hear from our good buddy. We call him the Historian. He is Houston Raiders Steve.
Murph, Mosh, Swag Jeff, Nation, Houston Raiders Steve. Hey, I just want to say, Jerry Jones, you're the one that said there was throw-it ball that the Raiders had. Just throw the ball up, get a penalty, and they win the game. Well, I'll tell you what, if the defensive back would have turned around and looked at the ball and played the ball and said the receiver, then he wouldn't have gotten the penalty to set up the game-winning field goal. I've seen that happen for years where that happens. Play the ball, don't play the receiver. You won't get a penalty. Any child would know that from popcorn or football.
Get him,
Anybody
Steve.
that watch football. And by the way, Jerry, weren't you the one that was trying so hard to get the Raiders to Las Vegas from Oakland? You pushed it so hard to try to get it done, and you're still calling them Oakland. Isn't that amazing?
Did. You referred to them as the Oakland Raiders.
I know. They'll always be the Raiders to me no matter where they play. But it was great to see them do that on Jerry World on national TV, the most watched game in regular season since the 1990. And by the way, would you buy a used car from that man? Heck no. I wouldn't even want to kick the tires at his dealership if he had that. I guess he's just upset because he's not returning the glory hole days like he wanted to. It's Danny Don Meredith that says, turn out the lights, the party's over. All good things must come to an end. See you, Jerry. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So Steve called out there, and so amazingly. So, yeah, their estimated 38.35 million viewers makes it the most watched regular season game on any network since 1990 and a 26% increase from last year's CBS game. And unlike freaking the NBA, who always says, well, no one ever counts our streaming users. Oh, the NFL counts their streamers too, and it's the most they've ever had on Paramount Plus, which is their streaming service.
There you go.
Once again, the NFL proving that the NFL is king, and it's king especially when it's the freaking Raiders against the Cowboys, the two most popular teams in the NFL, hands down. All right, great stuff there from Houston Raiders, Steve. Two more to get to. Let's check in with our buddy. Headed back to Texas again. Hear from our buddy, the Raider Critique.
Murph, Mosh, Swag Jeff. Man, how about them cow patties? Hey, I know I'm calling late, but hey, and I probably just woke you up with this phone call, but man, I'm sorry about that, but I had to get my phone call in before y'all did the show this afternoon. Man, hey, the team looked great. The offensive line still needs a lot of work, but they are gelling together. Derek Carr has shut me up again, which, you know, it looks like constructive criticism has actually helped. Maybe, you know, with the way that a lot of us have felt about the way this team has played, maybe it lit a fire up underneath them to where we could go ahead and finish strong. Our defense gave up 33 points, but that's all right, man. We scored 36. And DC number 2, man, the guy is gold. We haven't had a good kicker since Sebastian Janikowski.
Yep.
And I'm really starting to back this kicker right here.
Yeah.
I know I definitely back our punter, AJ Cole. That dude is definitely Pro Bowl material. And man, you know, we ain't had a good punter since Marquette King. So it's nice to see our special teams coming together. It's nice to see our defense actually pressuring the quarterback and making plays on that side of the ball. It's been years since we've seen our defense play to the potential of what we drafted for, you know, and I'm extremely happy because, you know, I'm down here in Texas. I ain't heard anything from these Cowboy fans. As a matter of fact, on Monday, everybody looking sour at my job. I'm having a great time at work, playing my music and running my mouth. Oh man, it's been a really good week. But I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys right now, man. I want to talk about these Redskins because I've heard a lot online about this quarterback, Tyler Hinkey, about how he could be dangerous. Look, I remember Tyler Hinkey being garbage back in the day. I don't think he's any good now. You know, they played a good game against the Seattle Sea Chickens, but I'll tell you this, man. I think we got this game. I think we can actually pull together, do a run, and solidify ourselves into the playoffs. This would be an absolute treat for all of us in the Raider Nation to see our team go on a run, at least a 3 to 4 game winning streak. We gotta sweep the division with the games that we got left. We gotta take out the Washington Foreskins. We gotta take out the Donkeys.
Google Voice.
He was on his way.
Oh man. Critique was holding it into the corner, and then spun out right at the last second, man.
Jeff Gordon hit him in the fine hand.
That was great, man. Raider Critique, man. You know we love you. Definitely keep them coming, man. And I don't know if he's in the chat or not tonight, but Aaron the Q-Dog Raiders says to get at him. Yeah, because Aaron the Q-Dog Raiders in Texas goes hard for the Raiders, man. I'm sorry. There's so many freaking cool Raider fans in Texas. All right, one more to get to. So maybe on the opposite end of the globe from Texas is the Canary Islands, and that's where our buddy, the Italian-born, but most importantly, Raider-born Rico lives.
Hey guys, Red Rico here. So I would like to speak to the team, as I know they're all listening to Raiders Fan Radio. Well done. You won a football game, but most important thing, you haven't shown weakness. And we said it last time. Let's erase the fragile, bring back our style, and you show toughness, you show commitment, and you never gave up. But you will not get a round of applause. Because if you got the guts, you go out there and you do something you never done in your life. You win 4 more games straight. Can lose any one of those. Because otherwise, all your passing yard records, receiving yard, rushing yards, you can take it all and shove it up you know where. There's only few stats that matter in football. Playoff appearances, Super Bowl appearances, and then the one and only stat that really matter, the one that you live for, that you play the game for, that you bleed for, the Lombardi. So go out there and finish the job. Then we can talk, you can get a round of applause, and we can cheers. Now I would like to speak with Mr. Bisaccia. Mr. Bisaccia, use your timeouts. Against the Bengals, you gave up the game at the end of the first half because you haven't used the timeouts. We have a very short point difference. It could have changed completely the game. Now, against Dallas, you could have earned at least 45, 40 seconds, can't remember now, on your advantage. You pass deep, try for a touchdown or at least a field goal. It might not work, but you got to try so you can seal the game at the end of the regulation, so we don't have to stay on the couch at home, in the crowds at the game, in the bars, suffering. Can you imagine all that people at the bars, drunk, suffering? Man, have mercy. You're a professional coach of a professional football team. Make a name for yourself, or you're out, like me in this moment. Anyway, love you all. Go Raiders, and let's win, 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 win.
Gosh dang it, Rico. Look, I got freaking chicken skin, man. I got goosebumps
That's
on that.
awesome, dude.
Freaking Rico, man. Amazing.
He just kills it.
Yes.
He does such an amazing job. Thank you so much, Rico. Amazing takes. Could not agree with you more. Some awesome stuff going on in the chat room. I know we've had a lot of super chats. Miss Ebony has got one in there. She got a birthday shout out there, Swaggo. What is that?
Let's see. Happy birthday, Sagittarius is in the chat. Again, to our G-Baby Romeo, Octavius Finch II, who turned 7 today. Glamma and Papa T, love you.
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. Happy birthday, Romero. All right, Uncle Mosh. Uncle Mosh awards the best of the emails and phone calls of the night. We call it the Sizzler Award. And Uncle Mosh, who do we have tonight?
Well, we started our emails off with Ebony, Erica, Tada, and Paul. And then Capo led us into our voicemails. We started it off tonight with commitment to excrement. Commitment to excrement. The Mangus Tuck Rule Award winner, Thom Tum. And then we heard from Duke City Raider, Basaccia Goldberg, whatever his name is. I love that. OG Daniel came in there. He wanted to know, was Mahomes a childhood actor? Kill Jadis. Man, loved the rodeo references. You had me at flank strap. And then Slim Jim Gravy almost made me cry.
Yeah.
Houston Raiders Steve, I loved it. He gave him a little advice. He said, play the ball, Jerry. Raider critique with his cow patties. I love that. We've got cowgirls and everything else. Cow patties. DC shut him up. And then Google got him right after. And it looked like he was getting ready to go into a role with the Washington Foreskins. And then Google Voice has got you. But Rico came in there. Nice way to end it. He said, you got to go get it. Go finish. Then we
Let's
talk.
go.
Win. But tonight's Sizzler Award goes to...
I am the Sizzler.
The one and only man.
Sizzler. 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 Sizzler.
I should say men who have absolutely zeroed in on it. Kill Jada.
Oh, let's go.
Absolutely
Good job, Kill Jada.
flawless presentation tonight. It was unbelievable.
Flawless victory.
We are Metallica, and we are here for your Oakland Raiders.
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Stay mad, Derek.
We have had a lot of people talk about Rico over the years. And they love him. They love him.
Oh my gosh.
They want him to, they just
Crowd favorite.
Crowd favorite by far. But I'm going to suggest that we need to get on the Spotify. We need to create a Rico playlist.
Oh, I love that idea.
But just his
I like it.
The Rico playlist, the stuff he plays in his background.
I know. I wish we could play it like outright on the show. We'd get copyright violated.
We
can't
copyrighted,
do it.
but we need Rico. We need to have you send us in.
Send us a Rico playlist.
Send us
I
your
love
Rico
that idea.
playlist, and I'll go ahead and I'll put it on the Spotify and tell people where they
Yeah,
can get it.
well, we could post it on our socials and stuff.
There you go. There you go.
Rico, if you're down for that, man, that would be amazing.
Because you're phenomenal. We love it.
So good. We appreciate you, Rico. All the amazing emails, all the amazing phone calls tonight. Thank you all so very, very much for everything you do to support this show. Please like, subscribe. Even if you just watch here on the YouTube, find us on those audio podcasts on Spotify. We're on Pandora. We're on Apple, Google, Stitcher, iHeart. Like, you can't find a podcast service and not find this show. So do us a favor, please. Find us there. Subscribe to it. It helps the algorithm. It helps the awareness and popularity of our show. And the more we grow, the more money we make for the One Nation Foundation, and 100% of that money that we make goes into that foundation. And thank you for all the super chats tonight, for all the amazing super chats. I'm sure Jeff probably has a list. Again, we love you all, and swag when you take it. Shout out that chat room. And I just got one little last thing to spit out here for you guys. Guess what? Our beloved Oakland A's are probably going to Vegas too. A potential site for the A's ballpark in Vegas, the Tropicana. It's owned by Bally's and GLPI, and the A's are looking at the Tropicana site as a stadium location. The other option is removing the golf course at the Wynn and putting a baseball stadium.
There you go.
Jack, just give us another reason to have to go to Vegas.
Yeah, okay, deal.
Thank you, guys. Thank you both for being back here tonight.
Hey,
Love you both. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much as well. And thank you to everyone in the chat. Darth Vader Raider, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Alfred Esparza, The Numbers, Raiderborn Rico, Tider Raider, Raider Nick, Tyrone Graves, Ebony Graves, Big Bass Raider, T3 Sports Guy, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Kill Jadis, congrats on your Sizzler. So many more people in there. Lencho, Mark Thompson. Thank you guys for tuning in. We raised $66 tonight.
Let's go,
for the
man.
One
That's
Nation
awesome,
Foundation.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you all.
strong
Thank you.
showing for us not giving anything away. So for Murph and Swag Jeff, Uncle Mosh, take us home, my man.
Man, you know who I missed tonight?
Who's that, Mosh?
I missed the man guy.
Yeah, no
where the hell are
manga.
they
I
at?
missed the man guy tonight. A big shout out to the man guy. If anybody knows, they must be getting ready for finals or midterms or something.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, tonight you've been listening to my little buddy Swaggy J and my real life nephew. He always called me his real life uncle. We actually only met out on the street about a month ago. This is your old Uncle Mosh.
That's not true. You've been changing my diaper since you were 14.
Yeah, I have. Anyway, you've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we take a lighter side journey into the dark side. Remember, America, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland, and you can tell that to the A's. Actually, that would be what started in Kansas City. No.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, yeah.
Hey, do you remember when used to hang out on the couch with Monica, your girlfriend?
I remember when we took a drive one time and you puked on her.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I'll have to tell that story on the air.
But I always loved the one where Uncle Mosh was responsible for helping me potty train, and I would sit in the bathroom while he was trying to make out with his girl, and I would go, Uncle Mark! Come wipe me.
Nice.
Very romantic.
Yeah. Wait till you bring that new girl around. I'm gonna get you back. I'm 63. Josh, come wipe me. Good night, everybody.
Good
Be
night,
safe.
YouTube.
Get your shots.